Yo, what is up? Today it is time to rig this outfit. I forgot, I don't think I exported any textures yesterday. Let me hop on Twitter real quick. So I did the detailing, ZBrush, and yeah, overall, like, pretty happy with how some of these details are coming out. This is like the most boring colorway. Getting into some adding like patterns just kind of shows where like the grain changes, and just like breaking up multi like mask materials, which I forget if I'm gonna try to pull that off on this one. This would be a good one. I like this one. Like I'm gonna probably make some videos with this skin. I like how it looks. Basically like this being one skeletal mesh. This whole overall situation. Basically, if I send it out white, I can multiply over it with a mask. Then there's the zipper, it's its own mask, and then the trims. So 3 mask material for this one. Similar here, just different colors, and then the hoodie is its own one with at least 3. It would basically be like body, hood, then the arms, and then the cuffs, and then you could have as many materials as you want. Kind of like under that one. And this is the first time for MetaHumans that I've tried to do like a texture zipper plus a real mesh zipper. I think that's working out pretty well. I do need to sub-D everything perfectly. So these ones are sub-D. Something went crazy with the normals. They like kept flipping, and I guess that's not the craziest thing, but the normals were flipped for some reason. I don't know why. But they worked out. They have an absurd amount of resolution. Like absolute, like this is like like 100 textile density or something crazy. But I need to sub-D even things like this for sure. So today's rigging, animation testing. I forget what I want to do in Lyra. We have the pistol animation rigged into the into the animation now, so he'll just like run around with pistol in his hand, which like kind of further tests like the chest rig. I'm gonna make a hat. Maybe multiple. I don't know if that's going to happen today or not. And yeah, I like this one enough. I mean, like the construction ones are cool, but like, you know, they were a request, and they're the first ones that got in, but like I'm not going to like make any videos like in the construction suit. I don't really know what I would do in it. But I just think this one like looks cool, and with the hat, I think it'll be fun. So I'm going to go do some Vicon animations. I don't know what, just like something, and then rig them into like a radial menu so that you can pull them out during that tester video, so I can do my like locomotion plus like, you know, more vigorous like mocap animation testing for this one, or for all of them moving forward, plus the Lyra gun stuff. So rigging, I'm pretty sure this is gonna be it. This set right there, pretty sure we've exported this already out. So I'm going to go to a new file, actually. Don't need to save that. I mean, worst case, we have that. But generally, whatever I send to Substance Painter in the load, this is the UVs that we want, and thus topology, and basically should be perfect. To start rigging. So I need the MetaHuman. Rigging is rough in the morning, man. That's the first thing up, is to rig something that's kind of awful. Let's do... That's not where this stuff is. MetaHuman. It's too many skeletons now. This one, combined skins. Let's see what we get. Hopefully nothing crazy. So we got some mesh combining, and pretty much just mesh combining before I start rigging anything. So the hoodie is going to be its own situation, its own skeletal mesh, and so this is just 2. It's just the hoodie and then the overall. So it's kind of like the vest, but I made a tutorial for people who end up using this on how to set that up. I need to link that in the actual product page on the marketplace. I just haven't. I'm kind of afraid to update it while Epic's like on break. I don't know if the marketplace people are on break or not, but I'm just gonna let it hang there for a little bit. I'll update it when they get back. Though I might have submitted this by the time before that. Definitely gonna have submitted this before that. My overall hoodie, I think this is the one, rigging. Oh, male tall noble, overall hoodie. One. What's up, Mr. Dev? Let's see here. So the hoodie is its own whole situation. And then all of these combined together. What was I thinking for this? Yeah, I think that, yeah, that's how that works. Check these UVs real quick. Yeah, there's just different materials. Okay, so then we can't do them as separate. So we actually don't combine those materials. There's all these different ways you gotta do this depending on where you're going. What do you think about people calling anything done with a mocap suit metaverse? I mean, metaverse, I'm reading Matthew Ball's book on it right now, but like metaverse is just the internet. So I think they're right. I don't think it's like a mutually exclusive thing or anything, but like, you know, metaverse just means like it's just the internet. It's just like people dicking around on computers. That's all it is to me. When I talk about like the metaverse for like in the way that like I care about it from like a business point of view is like the developer metaverse, so that like all the payment gateways are like standardized and like things are interoperable, like as much as they could be or want to be. Not everything wants to be interoperable. Obviously, we've got a lot of walled gardens going up. But yeah, I mean, the general thing that happened with, like, I have no problem with like NFTs and DAOs and all that stuff. I was really interested in that stuff in the beginning. I mean, like at its core, it's kind of cool. What it kind of devolved into and like what it is right now is kind of awful. But it's the first, you know, it's like the first mainstream attempt at people trying to do something around it. But it's kind of why I left Citizen Meta 1. I was like, okay, yeah, I'm not trying to really be in that space yet. Not right now. Maybe when it's like a little bit cleaner. But yeah, I mean, that's why Citizen Meta 1 is like went viral on TikTok, is because of that kind of like, it's like confluence. I forget the word, whatever. Like it's I don't know. People think it's that. And I'm like, that's not what I was going for. Virtual world, aka a video game. I don't know. We'll see. Metaverse, it's people saying like, you know, because I think it is kind of accurate to say Web 3, as much as I don't like engaging with things that are Web 3 at the moment. I think that's fairly accurate though. Like, it's just the internet. It's just people on computers. And all the things that will come from that. Me, I just want like a VR. Oh shit, we're like close to coming on that. We won't have legs, but I just want like a VR chat for like normal video games, and then like, you know, kind of yeah, pretty much VR chat. If just VR chat was like mainstream Unreal Engine with MetaHumans, and like, you know, had a nice marketplace that people could just do, and like, you know, all the mechanics were sorted out. That's all I need, or that's what I'm interested in. And yeah, they building it though. That's coming. But I don't know. People make it like a big deal, like you could just like pivot into like quote unquote metaverse. It's like if you're pivoting it now, I mean, that's great. But like, I don't know, Epic, Roblox, Microsoft, like they've been building this out for a very long time. You know, to get all those pieces together, to get the tech working, hardware being in a good place. You know, Amazon Web Services being like relatively cheap compared to what they used to be. It's been happening for a long time. Hoodie. We gotta rig these situations. I'm gonna switch this to the MTOL normal weight. I forget how they say it, but I'm just gonna say hoodie. MTOL normal weight overall. Yeah, VR chat's all like flat shaded right now. It's a coming though. It's a coming. I think, I mean, again, VR chat and like Second Life and you know, all these like the things that people the things that I see that people are like so excited about. I was like, this exists already. It's just like, yeah, it's just like probably it could be a little bit higher quality. Take like Second Life and VR chat and just jam them together. Like Second Life used to have such a ridiculous economy. People were like making so much money, like making digital clothes. Like I'm not like at liberty to talk, I guess, about some of the people that used to work on that game now work at another certain company. And it's like all this clothing stuff and rigs, it's like this has been done like for a while. It was just like, I guess, more like closet nerd situation. But this is already being completely done. Like VR chat, for like with all the third party stuff VR chat can do, for that to be like in a mainstream situation, it's like I don't know if any company's ever gonna pull that off. Even VR chat doesn't pull it off. That's why everyone's like revolting right now, as they like turned on the anti-cheat for all the third party plugins and stuff, and it's like, cool, now this program does like a 1/100th of what it used to do. With the hoodie on, that would be interesting, but that's not planning on it now. I could, I guess. I'm not sure. I was gonna go more for a hat, because for Cine Tracer I just made it so that they can have hats. So like part of this is like I'm gonna make some hats. That's pretty much it. Let me save this here. I could. This is almost getting to that level. There's a couple. I'm a little afraid of how this is gonna rig. I'm gonna end up deleting out so much of this, but I'm like almost getting confident enough to spend like actual like really like a long time like per one. Like I was looking at pretty much like any proper character artist on ArtStation. When they make a character, there's just like so, I mean, it doesn't have to, but there's so much hard surface detailing, and every little piece, like every little thing is like they spent like a full lifetime in here on every piece, and like I'll eventually get to doing that. But at the moment, I don't think we even need that. For Cine Tracer, we need anything, and then for the marketplace, it's like we kind of need anything too as well. So it's like I'd rather like do more than spend too much time on it. But eventually, I'd like it to be so that like I just have like a ridiculously large library of this stuff, and then I can really just spend a long time on this. But I'm gonna be moving on to film equipment after like making like 100 clothes or whatever. I don't know how I'm counting 100 either though. Okay, I am trying not to do this at the moment. So let's see. We saved as, let's do the rig. Skin, fine. This dude to this dude. Skin, what do we copy skin with? Yeah. Okay. Okay, so the hood's gonna suck. Hey, it doesn't look that bad. Actually, the hood doesn't look. And look at the arms. Okay, this is why I keep these armpits real skinny. Like, oh my god, do we have like a pretty much perfect armpit skin? Impossible. They said it couldn't be done. Oh my god, that is like. There's nothing to. I was expecting stuff to clean up. How did this happen? How? Okay, I'll take it. This part's gonna be easy. I don't get it. Where's this? Need more jackets and street clothes. Just everything. Like Miss Bagheera's making clothes. Like whoever. It's like we need GTA, and then some. And so like that's like, even if like everyone I know who makes like clothes for this for like MetaHumans, it's like you probably don't make every body type either. It's like if we all made like I don't like full time make clothes. It's a significant amount of my time, but it's not like full time. Even if everyone I knew full timed it, it's like we're still, what's our output going to be in a year, right? Like how many full outfits are we putting together in a year full timing this? It's like what, like 50. It's not that many. There's a lot of clothing out there. I kind of want people. I would really like it if people did like ones that like they knew a lot about like the nationalities. You know what I mean? Like I'm never gonna really like probably do proper justice to like just say like the Indian clothing. Like I can like look online, do references, and like, you know, make something, but it's not like I don't know that much about it. So I think it would be cool if we had like artists from like all over the world making like really like, you know, like just accurate and also cool looking, clothing just like from everywhere. Because I think everyone's gonna make the same damn thing over and over again, kind of like what I'm doing. Or like then the Western outfits and like a spacesuit. It's like that's cool too. We need that, but like I just think like normal clothes, modern or, mostly one arm at a time. Modern or like traditional. I just think that would be. I think that's needed in like the MetaHuman ecosystem. Like they can. The face is like so varied, but then the clothes are like all the same. I don't know Epic's stance on like with the clothes too. I like purposely don't. The MetaHuman teams and whatnot, they're on like some like next level shit, doing some next level things, and I'm like I can't even process like regular MetaHuman, so I kind of just like don't stay up to date with what they're doing. But I like don't know what they're doing with clothes. I'm like, do you have like a gigantic team of people making clothes? Are we expecting these? Like I have no idea. But in the meantime, I kind of know like even if they dropped like 500 new pieces of clothes, I was like, there's still gonna be something I'm gonna need to go make myself. This is also going to make all my film equipment better that I can do this, because that stuff's technically rigged. Skeleton control riggy. Just don't have to do as much like this stuff. Soft rigging. Still diamonds, less diamondy. That's fine. If I wasn't focused on DirectW making clothes, since I used to be a character artist. Oh, word. Clothes, it's like... I feel like it's important. I mean, for like any like live service game who sells skins, it's obviously like a huge part of the business, but like, yeah, it's not like a glamorous thing. I don't feel like mine's just like full practical. I just need them. So like, I don't like I actually like making these, I'm not gonna lie, but like, it's not, yeah, I'd rather be doing like cinematography stuff, like lighting scenes and whatnot, but it's like I don't want to light empty rooms and like shots of caves or something. Like I want people in them, and these people need to be, which metahumans have that for me. Like the hard part, the face, the hair, but it's like then they need to be in the clothes that I want, and they need to move. So here I am making clothes and studying mocap before I can even get to that. But yeah, I would rather be working on like the high level stuff too. But along the way, I do this. This is good. This is good training for a lot of the stuff that I want to build in the next couple of years. Anyway, this has been like pretty hardcore. I think we're fucking done with this already. Let's check out how crunchy these are. Oh, I lost my thing. I'm gonna save. Yeah, I'm just building my own little infrastructure so I can make little animated movies. Didn't it rig anything? Yeah. Shouldn't. Rigging sucks. Rigging is not fun. Rigging is pain. You have to like programming and animation. Crazy. Like for every like 1,000 animators, there's like one rigger or something, right? Like it's like some ratio like that. Probably steeper. Like how many like character TDs are there at a company compared to animators? There's like an army of animators and like outsourced animators, but TD is like extra painful. Luckily, the TD work of metahumans, okay, so you see the line, it's like right here. It's right around the bones, these things. Luckily, like the most of the TD work for metahumans is done for us. Like they drew the skeleton, they drew the corrective shapes, they mostly made the control rig. I have my own control rig now for different things, and they kind of gave us the formula. So it's I always feel like doing this stuff is just like either modding Unreal Engine or like we're just like we work at Epic Games. We follow their standard and we kind of just do it. I like it. I mean, because like otherwise it's like way too much for me to take on like stuff like this. Grow. Okay, so we're gonna hit this with like a oneer. Boop. Maybe a 2. And then I'm gonna paint this back part because this will start to be a problem if we let the elbows get out. Oh god. But yeah, most people don't want to rig all day. But then again, if you want your own custom clothing, which is going to be, for real, like almost every project that you start is with a digital human. It's like you're gonna need your own clothes, like almost definitely, like right, like what like I don't know, for Cine Tracer, it's like you take I can give you, right, because it's it. It's closed ecosystem mostly for skeleton meshes, and then like the skins I'm making now, I feel like these are more for like art viz or like visualization. But if you're making like a movie or a game, like you're gonna make your own skins. There's like no question. Like, but it's like the first part of like any creative project. It's gonna be like character art, concept art, making it. So that was a bunch. There's a couple on there. Let's see how this is going now. So yeah, like any project I do realistically, like even though I'll have this like library, these would be like background NPC skins. But like if I make like a new hero character or whatever for a game demo or like cinematic or some client work, it's like the first thing they're gonna ask is like for like custom clothing. They're like, okay, they're wearing this, they have these logos on it, blah blah blah. It's all gonna be custom clothing, and it's then custom rigs after that. They're like, oh, we want the rig to do this. Like, this is all like tech research for that kind of stuff. I don't know. I'm testing the arm. The arm's like pretty perfect, kind of ridiculously perfect for like where it came from. These look pretty good. We'll test them against the Lyra animations. I think today I'm gonna go hop in this suit. It's hot in my mocap studio. I'm not gonna lie. I have really terrible AC where my mocap studio is, so I'm like not really down there at the moment. It is a little crunchy, but they're all those. That's what happens. I did a little bit there. 2D has none of the fun of programming and none of the fun of 3D art. It's cool, like in the end, that like people like release. I think like I like the people that like release their rigs onto like the internet, and then they get to see like every up and coming animator uses their rig for like their animation demos. I think that's pretty cool. It's kind of somewhat recent. Someone released one for Epic for the for Unreal Engine 2. That's kind of cool. But yeah, it's a lot of pain in there for sure. Oh, it's so confusing, Mr. Visual and Mr. Dev. Your names are I think I get you guys mixed up. I'm not gonna lie. This is like black and white logo squad as well. What up? All of our logos are like black and white. It's hard to tell. Studio in Serbia making magic. Oh, Serbia? You're in Serbia? You're next to 3Lateral? Use this on your short films. How to keep the volume of the shoulder. That's gonna be the MetaHuman magic. In Unreal Engine, when these helper bones fire, they're in the post process blueprints. It keeps the volume for the metahumans. It's a huge thing. Like even like mostly just jealously, I just like go around ArtStation, and there's like amazing characters, and then they stick Mixima skeletons in them, and they move terribly. Everything collapses. It's absolute garbage because it's an auto rig, and like they spend like 1 minute auto rigging and then 1 second putting it makes some animation, and I was like, okay, that now your suit looks awful. Like it's not rigged at all. It also looked goofy as fuck in like a like an Unreal Engine game demo. Like I was like, it's not rigged, but the art's amazing. But anyway, we get that for free with the metahumans if you do it right anyway. Okay, now it's time for the pain. Let's see. Let's get into this hoodie. Let's see how bad this is. I'm either gonna just like absolutely destroy all the polygons in there, or I'm like, hey, the neck doesn't have much range of motion. I'm sorry, it just does not. Black and white logos, yeah, it's timeless. I've been making black and white logos since I started making companies. Start texturing in Substance. Just finished making some texture alphas for logos. Oh, nice. Yeah, for your football uniform, right? Those things look great. You were just doing that texturing in Marvelous? Those look good. Should put those in the marketplace so I don't have to make soccer outfits. Probably with some of the outfit. I mean, like football ones are hard surface basically. Basketball ones are sketchy because like they're so long. They kind of need to be like cloth simmed. Soccer's good. That's like t-shirt and shorts though, pretty much, right? Like that one's pretty straightforward to rig. Let's see what we get from the 3. Hey, it's not bad. That's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. Yo, I'm done. We're done. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, this part. I don't do. Hey, this is. Hey, we are. we are chilling. This is fine. This is absolutely fine. I don't even know if I'm gonna mess with it. Like, I mean, I'm gonna smooth out something going on back here, but it's not that. This is pretty good. I didn't see any breaking across like pretty normal little range of motion there. I'm gonna take a peek. I almost don't want to know like what's going on. Okay. I would normally unweight this, but this is pretty smooth right now. Okay. Oh, this is a problem. And neck one. Well, let me tell you what a nightmare looks. This is a nightmare. This is horrible. Luckily, the copy skill weights, we're kind of in an okay place. So I'm gonna do this like bone at a time, and just see what I can get away with. Because I don't want to get in there. That's gonna be really bad if I need to get in there. So let's see who's the worst culprit here. That one's not bad. That's head. That's not bad. It's not. I don't know how to think about actually the rigging for a hood like this. It's different than the collar. The collar I basically isolate completely, but this, okay, neck 2 is a little bit broken. Neck 2 is the most broken out of all of them. Just don't animate neck 2. GG, it's easy. Neck 1 is pretty good. Okay, so I'm gonna hop on this neck 1 and smooth out this a little bit. Just right here. How's that when that turns? Okay, yeah, it's not great. Plus, we're just gonna make this worse. This is gonna be a full nightmare, a full nightmare. Just don't turn your head. Just keep it straight. That's gonna suck. That's gonna really suck. This has so much cloth in there on both sides. This is definitely like the don't do this because this. No thickness on the hood plus folding. Oh my god, there's no way to even hit that with a smooth brush. I think the only thing I could possibly do is actually just smooth it. I think that's it. I'm just gonna attempt like a 1 smooth, and I see where like the problem areas are, and I'm just leaving this. Like, this thing is there's too much in there. Luckily this is smooth as fuck right here. This is like, look at the collar moving. I'm not doing that any better than that. That's great. Which is lucky, because sometimes the collars are so broken. Like this is from the front, looks great. It's gonna break in certain angles for sure, but like that's a lot of range right there. So I'm gonna just like grab for this little end back here and just smooth it. That's pretty much all I feel like doing. Anything more than that, I just like know it's gonna go south because there's so much stuff. And even this might be too much. Let me just save again. Come back to 4. I'm not trying to do this not too much here. Lasso. Yoinks. This is probably gonna make it worse. What a weird selection. But I kind of saw it was like breaking right here. So if I just kind of hit this a little bit. 1, 2, maybe. See, just the head. It's spine. It's neck 2 is the disaster. See, this is okay. It's not the best, but you know, we're holding like pretty fine. Okay, we can smooth it right there. That would be cool. But this one was ooh, what the fuck? That's not what I thought was gonna. What? I think I like smoothed it into 0. I thought it was neck 2 was the problem. I'm telling you, I made it worse. I just made it worse. This thing is such a disaster in there. Oh my god. So even if I thin it out, it's going like this. Back under, back out, back under, back out, all the way under, and there's like a little collar. It's like it's a stupid. It's too much cloth. It's very similar to like when I had like the sari, though this is honestly worse, where it was like woo, and I came back down here and then hit the floor. How are you supposed to rig that without adding skeleton? You can't, is the answer. This is getting similar. Like you need like a bone here, like coming out of like, I don't know. Either coming out of like, it's probably coming out of spine 5. You need a helper bone that just takes control of this whole area and you just animate it back and forth. Like, you know, head goes down, this goes up, this goes back, this goes, it's just like, you just have to like, you need a bone to take over this whole chunk. To try to do this from the neck smoothly, it's like, I'm gonna go back to 4 real quick. That was certainly much worse. I'm gonna try a couple more things. I'm gonna resave over 5. Yes. Luckily, I think the rest of this is pretty free to rig. I'm not foreseeing too many issues. I always knew that this was going to be the problem. So let me see what it's like if I... What happened to you? Base weights? There it is. If I rig this the way I normally do, which is to unweight the head and neck 1 and give it all the neck 2. Probably not the move in this case, but let me see. So we're going to replace 0, distribute. So give this all the neck 2 basically, and 1. Boop, gone. This is probably going to be so awful. Do I just do that to neck 2 as well? Neck 2 is, it kind of makes sense for this to own a bit because it's so high. Like it's at the point where like it really should move. Whereas like collars that are a little lower, it's like the head can move independently. But side to side, this should definitely come along. Let me see how this is so far. The main problem is this like super deep fall off here. But the thing is that we don't even see half of the story of what's in here. So if I'm like, oh, this is like smoothing it. No. There's like faces in the back of this that like I'm not even. But this super hard fall off here is obviously not great. So let me see how this moves. Head. So head you do nothing. It's kind of nice because like sometimes like a lot of the animation just goes on the head, and it's like yeah, it doesn't have to pull the hoodie around it. Once this starts moving, it's like okay, yeah, because like otherwise it would pop out. This is not from the front. We're doing quite fine. That's what was like kind of striking about the copy skin weights was like from here, we're pretty chilling. That's not a huge problem. Back here, as this gets further away and it has no weights because it's too far, that's the problem. That is the problem. But that is not solved by just smoothing. That's a whole, I don't know. But the front's pretty Gucci. I don't know, maybe the bottom. This was okay too from the fronts. Yeah, look at this. This is moving great. And you shouldn't move neck 1 this far, but this up we broke his neck, so it's like we're like in this world with neck 1. So like we're pretty good. But it's definitely like, you know, someone like chucks this in control rig and starts like going at it with the head, it's like it's not great. Let me see how absolute garbage this is to delete the weights off of neck 2. This is probably awful. Distribute. So everything should be on neck 1 basically now. Like black, right? Yeah. So that's probably pretty bad as well. Does this thing have no weights? Is this like completely spine? That might be it. So the head, nothing. The neck 2, nothing. So yeah, side to side, your head's coming out, you know. But like you're basically just ignoring that the hood's there. And then let me reset. But then head 1 takes. Wait, neck 1 takes everything and then the spine. It's not terrible. From the front, it's still a cell to me. Like, that's still fine. It's a little rigid. Back here, the weights just die. So I think this is better. Actually, down here is like really nice. This blend, like this blend between spine 4 and neck 1 is really good. The only thing I really need from this is this not to rip, which this is like 0. So if I can fix this, I'm done. I'm gonna take it. I think for Lyra it's certainly fine. And then on like really big neck ROMs, unfortunately, like all my Vicon animations, I need to go work on that retarget. My neck is like way too active. I need to turn the weighting of the solve down like a ton. But most things, I think this is gonna be okay. I kind of want to go see how the MetaHuman hoodie got rigged, but I'm pretty sure from like a topology point of view, this is a different concept. Like I'm assuming they like hauled it all out. Okay, this I think I saved as. I'm gonna save as again, just in case. These my files are tiny. Actually, I think yeah, these are tiny. This is the rigging one. I got rid of all that stuff. So it's basically just like this is basically white is 100. This is 90. Immediately into 50. So there's just nothing in between that. And I can see both sides of this. We'll see how this goes. I'll do it with the actual smooth brush. 0.05, no, 0.2 is probably okay. Just like, oh my, I'm done. That was it. Just that one, just these tears just need to be like calmed down. Oh, okay, this might be it. That might just be it. Maybe a little bit more, but the more I do, the more likely it's uneven on both sides, and it'll just rip off completely. So as we do this, I'm basically giving these weights to the spine, which is good. Meaning like this will basically just, when the spine moves, this moves. Like, so the head just doesn't affect it. This is going okay. It's pretty much nothing. I feel like a little bit here. Like this is like the stretch point is all the way back here on the hood. I've definitely never rigged anything like that. It's still pretty damn harsh right here. But okay, I'm gonna undo that one though, because behind this, I can't even tell where. I hate NG Skinsel's undoing is like there. Okay, I'm like fully guessing. I think yeah, I think I undid everything basically. But behind this is like 10 layers of cloth, so I actually don't want to ever touch that area. We'll just smooth out this little bump, chuck it in Unreal Engine, see how it looks. Unfortunately, this is like in third person, this is like what you're staring at. This is hood. Smooth this out a bit. But we got such a decent copy skim weights, and then deleting out the head and neck worked out really nice. And so it's just cleaning up a little bit of the garbage back here. This one a little bit. And I think we're gonna be okay. I wouldn't mind hitting this, but you know, it's been holding, so even this, like, this is the worst part of any neck rig, is this. Like when you come forward, like it just collapses because there's no bone for that to hold that. But for it to be that neat and tidy, like it doesn't, like nothing's coming out, like it's kind of, it's a miracle. It's a rigging miracle that this has gone so well so far. This, I buy it. We'll see it with the texture on it, you know, but that's completely fine. And this now, oh, it's not bad. Just don't do this, you know, like shit. I think that hood's moving pretty well considering. And this is just neck one. So we would want to wait. Is this reset? This is the reset pose? Okay. So it's like, okay, we're coming down. This is like the worst case scenario. I feel like neck two is actually like a counter animation. I would think I'm doing that kind of wrong. It's kind of like, I'll reset. It's kind of like neck one goes down. Neck two kind of like counters to keep the head level. And then like, but I don't know if they bend together or not. Like, I don't know what like the ideal animation is for this, but like, you know, like if you're leveling the head, like say like the head wanted to go like, you were doing this with neck one, like that. Neck two would be kind of like the auto level to keep the head horizon. I don't know what the point of me saying that is, but like that's, I don't know, I think that's the idea with this. With the second neck bone, because like otherwise it's pretty much just like, why even use it? It's like pretty much you can use this. We're looking this way a tiny bit on neck one, and then the rest of it's just like the head. You just send the head over, and the head doesn't affect that, you know. So it's like kind of similar, like if there was like gigantic shoulder pads, the head shouldn't be moving those around either. This is like kind of like that, but going this way on the back. I think this is a pretty smooth little weighting. We'll find out though. We're saving it. We're going on. We're going to 08 to the overalls. The problems with this will be the legs for certain. The right here. Right here is the hard part. I forget what kind of topology we have for this. Ooh, we have this pocket thing. So like this all looks like lovely and nice, I think, in like a rendering point of view. But then let's see how this rigs. And then these, they could be stretchy. They could be really stretchy. We want full high poly 2 on this shit. Rigging time. No, what the fuck? Okay, luckily that didn't work. I hit a blend shape. No, it's not the form. Bind. I feel like, yo, No, we're good. Okay, this is bind pose. It doesn't say blend shape. I thought I made a blend shape by accident. I wouldn't even know what to do. I don't really know how to do blend shapes. I guess you make like a bunch of meshes that are all the same and then like give them names and then there's like sliders. I'll never do that. So let's copy from this to this. Copy the skin weight so it's a long one. What is the damage? Hey, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. That's pretty damn good. This. We got squishy buckle here. That buckle's squishing, but take it. Let's see. Oh, we are good. We are pretty good. Now that's the easy one, unfortunately. Let me look at the harder one. Now that we have the pistol animation, well, we're gonna see this for real. But we're not firing the helper bones. But like this, nope, not that one. This one. All of a sudden, I forget what game. I was watching like a bunch of like MMO trailers, and all this knight armor. And when you rig knight armor like this, and you do like an arm up pose, all the armor on the shoulder and the arm just like stretch, like it's a Spider-Man outfit, and it looks funny. And they put it on like their main cinematic trailer, and I was like, it was like a shot like in here, and the whole arm was like stretched, and it was supposed to be like metal. Similar thing with this hard surface buckle. It's like, unless you put a bone for these overalls, every game rig is gonna look like that though. So we're holding arms forward pretty well. I was expecting that to be worse. This mesh won't be there. Plus, we're not firing the helper bones. We're only getting like a preview of what the skinning looks like. But let's look for like the. Oh, we are good. We are good. This is lessons learned from doing the construction vest to model it this way. And we're not firing the helper bones, but like my construction vest in like the full run stride. Oops, where are we? Like this. Not that this is like the pose, but like when we were hitting a run like this, it was like kind of colliding a little bit. But I learned that lesson, and now I stayed much further away. So we're fucking. It's like the cleanest copy of skin weights ever. Let's look for we'll do the midline, and then I'll do the upper thigh line. Again, a perfect split. This is perfect. No bones. Vertex. I haven't initialized this one yet, I don't think. Pants are pretty low poly too compared to the other stuff. And I inlined the topology of this stuff here. So when it shows up, I think it combines nicely in Substance Painter with the normal from ZBrush. And it's not going to rip off in rigging no matter what I do to it. It's impossible. It's heat welded back into the body, which is one of the first times I've tried to do that. Same thing with these too. These are in line in the topology. I actually topologize the back in. They're not just like sitting on top. They're kind of weird looking, but that's just because there's no like over pocket fold situation. This should be okay. This won't need much either. Then we'll do the over the leg line, the buttons. Pretty much should be it. Initialize. Smooth. Yeah, hit him with the full. Let's go to vertex. The fly part, we'll see how this smooths out. It's pretty good. This outfit's not meant for splits, though I probably am going to do some like pretty active mocap stuff with it. A little jaggedy. Okay, let's look for, I don't know about bones. Let's look at the next part of this is going to be leg forward mostly. Leg back, it's not really like a huge issue. It kind of comes for free with leg forward if you do this part right. We're not firing helper bones, so, and we won't have that there. But I need to see how is this happening. So we're basically asking like a grid that's like forward, it's a grid to make a diagonal line. So that's gonna make, like an alias stair step situation. And we're not very high poly on the leg compared to like up here. It's like very dense. Compared to this it's like a quarter of the resolution or something. So we don't have a ton of stair step resolution. And so even with the helper bones firing, there's not a lot to say about this. Like, it's just, and so this is what happens to the leg pretty much when you crouch. Like when you're in like a full crouch walk, lean forward, your leg's just up here, and there's these are gonna fire, but there's not a lot to do. I'm surprised the leg's coming out so much. I usually don't have that issue. It won't matter. There won't be a leg there, but kind of surprising actually. This is pretty good. This is happening, but again, like leg forward, it's got to go somewhere. But the question is like, is it like crunched out in a super bad way? I'm looking at this button mostly. I'm not really sure what's gonna save that, but something. Mostly smoothing is all I really got. It's not like a reweight or anything like that. It's just like, usually what happens is there's this diagonal and it's here, and you would model in the diagonal line, like the crease. Certainly could. We're not really looking at, obviously we're not looking at it with the correctives firing, so like I'm not sure that's gonna solve that though. I think probably usually there's like a really strong leading diagonal all the way through. In this case, it's kind of like, no, just the hip is collapsing like an absolute ton. So I'm going to save as, and I don't know if smoothing is going to save this, but I'm going to go for like this right here, right under the belt. Like this is collapsing, okay, but like right here, just like 1 or 2 smooth and see if that helps. And if not, we'll look at it in action, see if it's like a huge problem. But anyways, when you front kick super high, I mean, it's like you're flipping you're like very far from bind post. Anyway, it's very, very far. I'm sure there's some methodology. Like I can fix this area like from scratch. This one, there's a lot of bones here. I don't know what they're doing, so I'm just gonna smooth it. So we'll come back to overall 8 if this goes really poorly. We won't know until I put it in the Lyra demo though. Let's see. So I have this whole button. It's not inlined. Like I didn't inline it. It's just like stuck in there. So it's kind of a funny one. But that being said, they're combined. So I'm gonna do a lasso circle. We could try to paint it. I'm gonna lasso circle it and just make sure I delete out the back selections. I'm gonna take like this. And then I'm gonna grow it. I guess I'll just do one side for now. So that's gonna have selected a bunch of stuff in the back. Yeah. There we go. That's gonna be pretty good. And I'll just grow a little bit. I don't want to touch this line. I have a bunch of like edge hardened smooth groups now. A bunch of different smoothing groups. It's kind of a new idea. Something like that. So I'm gonna kind of we have this selection. We could probably go one more. Just be like right below it. I feel like we need like maybe, that's a huge brush. Just a little bit of this. I like that the paint selection brush is like default. It just adds to selection. I don't have to hold shift. It's kind of nice. There's a character artist I follow on YouTube. He's like pretty up to date with everything. He like reviewed the new Maya 2023. I should update. They have some new stuff. I'm just like not on top of it, but I should update this to 23. I don't think that breaks anything. The Boolean, they have like a whole new Boolean thing I've never seen. It's like brand new. I'm still not sure for like hard surface if I'm gonna try to do like high poly booleans in ZBrush or just do low poly booleans like in Maya. Probably Maya. I suck at ZBrush. Let's do smooth one. Yeah, let's polygate or vertex gate it, whatever. Mask. Is this going to be better? Is this going to be worse when I smooth this? We'll find out. 1 is better. 2, 3, 4, 5. That's certainly better. It's gonna always deform, but that keeps it together like a little bit better. It's not great though. But when you collapse, it's the same thing. Like if I bring this arm straight up, it's gonna be what it is. It's gonna be very stretchy. So I think similar idea. I think that was a 5. I'll just do the same amount over here. Then I'll send it to Lyra and I'll look at it. take the whole thing. Now kind of, oh my god, what are the bones on? This is a lasso. We'll kind of pull over this pocket, and then we'll just grow up to the border. But we're gonna certainly have a bunch of stuff back here, yeah. Here. Think we're good. If I had like a couple rogue verts back here being smoothed out, it's not gonna be the end of the world either, but this should be okay. Let's put this leg back up. I should start rigging in like the pose asset one. I was watching, what's the name of that company? I forget. Something Tree. They made like a Halloween animated MetaHuman video. I was watching the breakdown of that recently. And their character artist, she was rigging in the source asset. I was like, I should do that too. I'll have to try that again. I got very confused trying to rig in the source asset last time. I don't know how you get the skeleton back out cleanly. But we should be looking at the bones firing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's pretty good. Seems like we could go further, but I'm a little afraid to push it. And hopefully that didn't break the side to side. But I would say that like generally they go this way more than they go split. They go cheerleader split more than side split for walking. Okay, so now we go see. We go look in the engine. I didn't export any of the textures. I gotta go pick a texture set that I want to get down with. I kind of like the white one, but I think I'm gonna go with the red one. The orange and blue texture set to start. Okay, let's do. We're going to my tester. We're gonna go to my tester project now. I need this body and this hoodie, and we're going as separates. Yeah, we could combine them for testing, but I'll put them separately here. So we're gonna UE. Yeah, the overall hoodie, and I'm gonna probably make a t-shirt. I'm gonna make a bunch of variations on this one. So this is skeletal mesh, male tone normal. Wait, what am I holding right now? This is the hoodie, but it's kind of like the worker hoodie. That's set, and you can't name it like this for marketplace, but this will be fine for mine. Use the source asset file. I'm like afraid of that thing. I should try it again, but I'm afraid of it. It has a lot of weird stuff going on in there. O files has too much. You know what? It's actually, I think they made it lighter. I'm not sure. Yo, are you able to? Where's the source asset file when you're using the new MetaHumans? Someone tweeted it at me because I asked, but it's not in the same place. It's like somewhere different. Oh, Windows, you stupid. Windows turn. If you shake the window, it like turns it makes everything disappear. Skeletal mesh, male tone normal, worker, overall one. Yeah. I don't know what the source asset is for the new MetaHumans. I still mostly work with the 0.5 MetaHumans, or wait, 0.5 MetaHumans. I know where their source assets are. They're like right in the directory when you download it. It's like says source or something, and there's a Maya file. But I don't know where they are for the new MetaHumans. This is slow. I wish you could archive. They just made it so you could like archive your Fortnite skins. I need to be able to archive my this loads up like everything I've ever like. That needs to not happen. I need to just like I don't use anything from this. I don't like all the stuff from the marketplace. I don't use anything from here. So I never need this stuff. Like it needs to just go away. I use the file that opens in Maya from Bridge. You can do that in UE5? I don't even know how to do that. I'll have to go watch some tutorials. I don't even know how you send it. Oh, so you send it like to Maya. I don't even know how that works. I have some catching up to do, I guess. Yeah, it's this one. Yeah, that would be better for skinning phase. Just to see the pose asset moving correctly at the helper bones. I'm not updating this. I'm not updating these drivers until I absolutely have to. It needs to be like UE5 like 5.1. It'll be like, you cannot open this until you update. I was like, fine. But if it's just a warning, I'm chilling. I've been taking warnings on UE 4.7 on like my old ass Mac workstation for like years, and I'm like, I'm not changing it. I'm not changing anything. I'm not updating. I forget what Mac OS version I am for like my Cine Tracer stuff is old. Let me say that much. It's a very old Mac OS. Still works. It's making builds. We're not changing anything. Unless I have to. As soon as I upgrade Xcode or some shit like that, everything's gonna hit the fan, like everything. I don't want to. Okay. MH clothing. We have the workers already started. Okay, yeah, we're just dumping right in here. That's fine. That is fine. Nope. This. 2 UE. Overall hoodie. Made a hoodie. MetaHuman. T0. No materials. We gotta go make some materials. I gotta go just export them real quick. Yep. Let's just go to the freaking content browser. Worker hoodie. Okay, cool. Overall. Based MetaHuman. Okay, I need some textures though. I don't think I made any. I don't think I exported any of them. I was just like looking at them. These are so pretty, but then I never had export. So you can go from Bridge to Maya directly? How? I don't even. Oh, do you like say? I've never done that. I guess I should try that. Like now. Maybe for female to all normal, I'll try to rig in that cursed source asset file. I think it's huge. See, fun. So I gotta like call it something weird, like it's throwaway. I have to do something different. Is this what we're testing against? I don't know like what this is, to be honest. I was realizing that like, I guess this is obvious. I can texture this overall to be like anything. I was like, I could make it like the high visibility one. It could be like, all I have to do is grab a couple rows of verts in on here, and I'm like, now you're the high reflective one, and you're like the construction worker one basically. Or I can make it full plastic, and it's like fish. It's like the ones you wear when you go fishing. Though the boots are usually connected to the pants, but it can still look like that. So I'll maybe make like a ton of different textures for this. I guess we'll just use this blue one. I guess it's kind of weird, but yeah, I guess I'll start with this. Worker textures, overall. Oh, we're gonna get 3 texture sets for this. Oh my! It's gonna call this V1 for now. 3 texture sets. But 4K too. Oh man, this PS5 shit here. This is dark. This is Demon Souls remastered. Okay, let's do. Is it this? What's the ad do? Create new content. It's like a new. Oh, it's like a like if I make it like a new class. Not used to that button. Textures overall. Oh, so much textures. Also, I low-key forgot to make the ORMs linear. Oops, before. It's subtle. It's not that crazy of a difference for the ORMs. It would be for like your color maps, but like real quick though, while I'm here. This one matters more because like when they don't have metal. Wow, that was a long write. When they don't have metal, it's like not so obvious, but these are linear. Oops. What happened to all the maps? Where'd they go? Wait, am I in the right place? I'm lost. It's this one. Yeah, these are linear. I forget. I'm just like nonstop watching character art videos, and So someone took me through the workflow and they're like, and make sure you, and I was like, fuck, I forgot about that. 100% forgot about that. Okay. Oh, and I might do masks for this eventually. We have the master is right here. Mask master. Okay, so maybe I'm gonna try to turn this into the mask material eventually. Okay, I think that's what this is the beginning of. So yeah, I guess I will. Maybe that's what I'm gonna work on today. Other than I probably won't start making the hat. I'll just start trying to figure out the mask material. That would be very good because it's what I'll use in Cine Tracer too. Then, so we'll say MI Melton normal worker hoodie A is the marketplace we're naming this. Okay, we did not expose any parameters. I've done. This isn't even a master material yet. Let's do diffuse texture. I gotta go steal the math from the Lyra gun for how to do mask textures correctly. I always do it wrong. Diffuse normal texture. I also need to do like, how do you like, you can do a multiplier for normal strength, but there's like a whole, I forget how you do it. I just copy it. That's what material functions are for. You're just supposed to copy them. ORM texture. That'll work. This will be the masks eventually. Yeah, so this is a bit of a texture day. Texture plus rigging, but the rigging on this one's pretty like minimal, not too crazy. The hoodie luckily just the hoodie just like worked luckily. At least for what I consider working. So this is hoodie, and we're gonna certainly make a lot of textures for this one. I'm gonna make it like super configurable, but I'm gonna make pre-configured instances. I don't think most people like to start digging through the settings, even if you make them like simple. I know that I don't like when I open like Decagon materials, they're beautiful, but there's like a billion things in there, and I'm like, you know, maybe not. Maybe I'll just use the ones that you made. Worker overall A. I think that's the name of the convention. It took me a long time to like. There's like a whole doc page on how you do the naming and stuff like that, but it's a whole other thing to like actually do it and have it be right. Let's try to get that right. We don't. I only made one. We don't have any variations yet. Looks relatively normal. Overall, and this is going to be worker overall AKS, like all the buttons and stuff. And it's, I don't know how many variations I'm going to make of this one, but maybe we'll have some. Flipping. So that'll be this. So this is one of the first ones I've done that has metal on the zipper. This whole lot up here is very metal. Oh, and the buttons are metal too. So this is like actual like metal, I think. So let's apply them as defaults. One material slot is good. That's this one. So now we can just start making our variations. This will have 2 material slots. Pretty well named, not bad. They're the naming from going to Substance Painter, the texture set names, but that's still fine. I can rename them, but overall, it's the first one, so that'll be this. And this will be the accessories. So, we're getting good speed here. Look how much better quality the viewport is in Unreal Engine than Substance Painter. Substance Painter's viewport is ass. Like this, even like coming up here would be like so aliased and like nasty. So we definitely want to give, and because of that, it's like you really want to give as much color control to the Unreal Engine material, because like this gray in Substance Painter, I thought it looked okay. That being said, this scene is always a stopover. This thing's really bright, so like there's no black. There's not even close to a black. Like in full shadow, it's like a 2 stops over exposed. But still, it's good to tweak it like in here. So I'm gonna go for the mask material. But look at the zipper. Oh, we're too close. Look at this zipper. This is that 4K even have mesh on the back side buckle too. These two. The fly girl. You know, I went and ZBrush this seam in there. It's intentional, but like, we probably could have gone something more obvious too. It's not. It's kind of there. It could be more obvious. I feel like still. I think the jean seam is like really the best. It's the jean seam brush, which I didn't really use too much on this one, but I think that one sells it pretty well. Whereas this looks great in ZBrush, but as soon as you like chuck all this other normal on it, it's like it almost looks like a mistake. But I just sculpted this. This is on purpose, but I don't know. Oh, you know what? Is this auto exposing? Is that what's happening? Because now it's darker. Oh, maybe it's the auto exposure as I get darker. That's also bad. You wouldn't want auto exposure. Like if I'm judging exposure, I wouldn't want it, but whatever. Anyway, I tested in the lighting of the scene that I'm gonna do, but give the material instance to it. Okay, so it's time for, what is this? What is this thing? This is a workout. We can still just use this scene. This is fine. Let me assemble a blueprint, and we have a gun now. So it should be this. This dude has a vest. This one doesn't. So if I dupe off of him, we'll be in a good place. This is worker one. This project with all my MetaHuman skins in it is going to be gigantic by the end of the year, or like in a year from now. So we are going to go make a hat. That's probably tomorrow. So for now, we'll leave the slot, but we'll clear this out. Your groom. It's dancing. It's bumpy. Let's see here. We have a vest. For us, this is going to be SK overall. Doesn't work so well with this shirt. Torso is going to be, oh, I need to reset the material. I don't know. SK hoodie, right? Or just no underscore. Yeah, this one. Oh, and then we don't have any pants, so we get to clear the pants slots. Gonzos. And now you're wearing firefighter pants. Oh, that's what the class has. I think that's like the base. There we go. That's better. I'm gonna make the shoes for now. I should make new instances every time, but maybe I will. Oh, it's the firefighter ones. If I dupe this, that should be called. These should all be named MI. MA shoes. This is for like worker. I mean, it just makes sense to make them look like Tim's for the most part, or just black. I'll just make them black for now. This isn't a great place to color tune them because he's looking into Y. You know, he's looking to X, and the light's coming from negative Y. So he's dark. I'll just make this black for now. Nice gun. I'm stealing this gun's material in a minute. And, I'm not sure how to socket this yet. I like kind of have it socketed. It's not great though. So we could dupe this map. Let's see. Where are my maps? Okay. Construction. I like working in the construction map. So I think that's what this map is, right? Construction 1. So I'll duplicate this one. Construction 2. I'll just call it worker 1. I don't feel like building a whole new set. Oh, we have a worker 1 already. Really? Is worker 1 already a dupe of this? Let me look. Or is it empty? Oh, we already have one. Okay, cool. Never mind. We'll just use this. I already had this thought process a couple days ago. Good. Let's take... Where's the worker 1 then? Where's the child? Oh, he's cover... Oh, I called it coverall. Okay. Sure. Whatever. That's fine. So this is worker 2 technically. This guy. Hello. The blue... He's like too comfortable in this blue hoodie. It's like too chill. Oh, these are 2 meshes. Sure, we'll just do it like this. Let's put it out here. It's looking good. I like I like this one better than this one. They're kind of fine though. That's fine. I need to go make the masking material for that one too. This one really drives it way more home that like, but this one too, it's like, I mean like, okay, here's like a tan one, here's a blue one, but like really it's like, let's just make that completely changeable in Unreal. Then you can make this so many different outfits. It's basically like t-shirt color, main color, and like patch. Maybe it's just like 3. Whereas this one is like has so many. This thing has so many more materials on it. In general, I just feel like auto possessing. I really don't want to muck through a script at the moment. All right, I'll just start writing like a proper game around this auto possess. Yeah, we'll just not, and we'll take this one's auto possess to 0. I could probably start once I have enough like mocap ROMs in here. I'll start writing like a proper game mode for this. So I'll just like, keep writing it from scratch, like doing this from scratch every time. What the fuck? What the hell is this? Why is there a physics asset popping out here? What the fuck? This thing just gave birth to its physics asset. How do you even... I haven't set up the physics assets for this. Why in the... What the... I didn't even know you could do this. This is hilarious. How is this a thing? How are you just out here? What the hell? This physics asset needs a bunch of work too. They always do. Oh no. So when the shoulders come up, his that's unfortunate. That's gonna be a hard one. His this is why you don't do overlapping. When his shoulders come up for pistol, the straps go into the body. Oh, that's gonna be hard to fix. I don't even really know how to start to do that. That's going to be rough. How about here? So why you don't have underlapping pieces. The movement, yeah, it's Lyra demo. It's retargeted Lyra demo stuff. GG Epic Games. Wow. See, this is why like doing more challenging ROMs, it's like, oops, maybe we don't. But I should try to I got to fix the straps on that one. Anyway, I was thinking about using this skin for like myself. Like I'll go VTubing and or whatever. Like go make some mocappy videos with that. I just think it's cool. When I have the hat, I just think it's a kind of a cool skin. If I like texture it. Okay, so immediate big first problem is that the straps are going through the shoulders. That's tough. That's a tough one. I'm not really sure how I'm going to approach fixing that, though. That is definitely the goal. We could... I don't... So what we need to go look at is where it's clipping through, right? Which is basically right where the strap is. On the hoodie, what bone is doing that mostly? There's a clavicle bone right there. That's what I would guess, but it may not be. It might be one of the other arm bones. But whatever bone is mostly owning that piece on the hoodie, we need to go paint that onto the straps as well. Maybe a little bit more. And that's a worse clip than like the straps going into the little hood part, which the hood part looks fine. But then again, you know, like these Lyra animations don't really show any like massive head turning. Though there is a ROM, they do have an animation. There's a little bit. So at least it survives this like crouching look around animation, but we're not turning the head all that much to really see it. But, you know, in the profile, the hood's living. It's a little small. I remember thinking about that. It's just like a little smaller than I would want it to be. Let's look at the legs. The legs are good. The crotch part, like that's usually kind of a problem on this. We are good. Legs are fine for me. See a full run. Yeah, we're good. We're good out here. So this is all pretty good. I'm like, I didn't even look at the feet. But the feet are staying on pretty well. The cuffs around the boots. Everything's pretty nice. It's just it's only for this pose too, which is like, yeah. It's arms forward, shoulders up. It's probably some corrective bone thing that like, yeah, I just don't know. I only get to see that here. I get like UE5. Lumen, which I believe Lumen's on. Looks like it's on. With like the temporal like kind of stuff that happens with Lumen on, like it kind of like ghosts a tiny bit. It ends up, so there was a weird shadow there too. Like it makes like moiraying worse. Like this, he's moiraying from a lot of angles, and UE5 or UE4 doesn't do this. And it is dependent on your screen resolution and probably whatever, like if we were doing like texture lotting or something like that, or I think this generates, like if you set the texture quality down, I think it auto generates like lower versions. I'm not sure exactly how that works out, but like we bring it in at 4K as a source asset, but then it turns into like an Unreal Engine texture or something, and like it'll like, I think it like auto loads it down or something like that. I don't think you bring in the 2K texture. I think it does it for you, like when you just tell it to do it at the right time. Everything else is looking pretty good, even under the arm, you know, like we're like staring at this dude's armpit, which is typically a hard area to rig, staying pretty smooth. Everything's in there. The gun is one frame behind the hands with the way I've attached it, so I'm not really sure what you're supposed to do with that. It feels like it's one frame behind. Maybe it's like the hand is animating weird. I'm not sure. But yeah, so mostly just getting the straps to clean up. The other way to approach that would be to move them further up in the binding, but it's mostly going to be weighting. Just figure out where that weight is happening. But other than that, it's super clean. And if we didn't ever put the pistol animations in there, you probably wouldn't ever see it. That's why I'm doing like more and more like just active rigging tests. So if it can survive all the Lyra animations, which I don't have like rifle and shotgun retargeted yet, but if it can survive all of those, I think that's a pass. And then I'll start to put together some pretty rigorous Vicon ones as well. Everything else rigged pretty perfectly. I like this outfit a lot too. I think this is kind of cool. And I'll make a bunch of skins for it. I just like the zipper. You know, is it worth having a mesh zipper and a whole 4K texture set for the accessories? Not in third person, but we did it. But the thing is, like, the standards that they keep the marketplace at is like, it's not just third person where like you could have gone away with like this whole thing as one texture set, which is like how I pretty much do it in Cine Tracer. It has to survive like LOD0 movie render queue 4K renders up close. So that's kind of why I texture it at like such a high amount of detail. I can't get the camera to clip to do the thing. But this thing should survive pretty well at for movie rendering. There's a lot of detail in that. Seams are real detailed out. Okay, let me see if I can go fix the shoulder straps. We're not even coming out. I learned from the vest how to kind of do the fact that there's like a whole ass hoodie under this outfit. Like I don't seam it up, but I just put it in like the right place so that it doesn't fight. I kept it like really far away. Versus the construction vest was the opposite. The construction vest was at the armhole. And 2 armholes, getting them to be weighted the same is pretty rough. I got pretty close though, I think. So in this case, this illustrates how difficult it is to keep 2 clavicle areas like perfectly together. For most things it is, but in like one of your worst case scenarios is clavicles up, arms forward, it's coming out. So gotta figure out how to give a little bit more weight to this here. So I'm gonna save as, but that's still like almost one shot at the skinning. Pretty close. Let's call this just 10. Next would be to start retargeting like rifles, because that's 2 hands up. That's 2 hands up and forward. The other one would be with the rifle, the back arm, the right arm pulls back, so the elbow's really compressed. Plus the clavicle is up or down, I don't remember. But it's just another pose that, like, you know, something could be wrong. This is the straps. See if we can fix these straps up. So the question is, when arm up, we could just do one side, But also, we're not firing. If we're in the source asset, we'd know a little bit more, but I can still figure it out. But arm forward. In here, we don't really see the issue. Like it's over here somewhere. It's gotta be this bone. This corrective for like the mass preservation, or maybe it's this one. Let me see. It's either this one here, which is upper arm forward, or it's clavicle out R. This is coming up, right? So I would assume it's this one rotating up. So my guess, I'm going to go investigate that, but my guess is that we give this plus 0.05 weight this here and then smooth it out. That would do it. If it is indeed this bone, that's the one that's like mostly acting on this area. Okay, so let's check out what's going on here. Let's go back to this thing. Paint, yes. So my guess is it's this bone. So that would be, I'll come out to here. Well, it's one of the upper arm out. Is that what it's called? I forget. It's not the twist. Oh, that's the other side. We want to go to the right arm. Tricep, bicep, twist. In R. I thought it might be this one, but this one's actually pretty far. It's gotta be that one. Clavicle out. It's gotta be clavicle out, right? Like, so like this, when it does the corrective pose, this must come up a little bit and it's pushing it out. So this is basically green. It's green here. Like it's green right here. I'm not gonna move the camera. It's green here, and this is the part that's coming out. It's a little bit fragile because it's right near the hood, but let's see here. So it's just green on that clavicle out. So the overall, I'm assuming is not green. Like it's gonna be like less, or it's only green for like a little bit, something like that. Apply, fuck. I just smoothed the whole thing, I think. God damn it. Let me undo to the point where this is not even selected. I think we're good. Let me go to the point where it's hidden. Okay, for sure we're back far enough. It doesn't give you like any visual that yes, you've actually undone it. It's just like, there's just nothing. Okay, let's do paint. This is bugged. There we go. Let's go to clavicle. It's clavicle. One of these ones out. This one. Okay, it's pretty damn green. That's pretty green. I don't. Did I make it more? Did I make it yellow? Like it needs to move more with it. Who am I gonna be taking away from if I do that? Well, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna add 0.05. This thing doesn't have thickness, which is nice. And we should hide the hoodie. Okay, you can't. I forgot about that. You can't hide stuff once you. Well, let me see if I can actually. 1 second. I think if it's the same mesh, you can't hide polygons. They'll just come back immediately. Okay, no, we can. Okay, we can. So I'm going to. It might be this just not being green right here, but I'm gonna buff this whole area into yellow. Start here. Just like solidly green. I wonder who we just took that from. I see this like pulling away. I'm gonna push this into the yellow here. We're moving a lot. So like we're like way higher doing this. Kind of blindly though. And then I'm gonna smooth it. That looks pretty cursed, so that's pretty bad. But let me see. That's probably too heavy-handed. So maybe we'll just do like a nicer version of that. But at least it came up. Like that's the goal, is to like in this arm pose. We probably need to do a selection. In this arm pose, we just want this to be. I'm gonna do it from a selection. We want this to be a little higher. So that's probably too much. But let me see what this thing smooths out like. I'm pretty sure I saved right before this. Let me just go back and do it again. So from about here, we'll take this hold. Oh my god. I think I was in UVs anyway. verts. Nope, that's how it looks here for some reason. Sure. So this whole section, pretty much right up to the strap, and then back here, and then just go deselect all this stuff from the back that I just got. Okay, that's probably fine. So let's watch it change from clavicle R. So we're like kind of like yellow green, smooth, full. It's pretty uneven. It's kind of interesting. I thought this would smooth out like that. That's not going to smooth out. It's weird. How about going back to paint? What, paint smooth? Is paint smooth like stronger or something? This little bump here. It's doing it. I don't know. It's definitely screwed up the shape though in a way I don't like super. I don't really like it. But it's certainly higher. But it's kind of nasty looking. It's not very even. What's keeping this from being even? Oh, nice smoothing surface. We could do. Oh, I could do like the auto bone thing. Well, this is still just like finding stuff. I'll probably redo this again, cleaner. Sample current. I'll do sample. Okay, cool. Cool. I like can't get in here and smooth out this little piece for some reason. It's not the worst. I'm gonna undo those last smooths. Just like these like little divots here. Like how come this isn't smoothing out? This is going absolutely nuts now. Huh. I can't tell why this isn't. I can't grab these little pieces. They should just smooth out. I'm gonna try it again from like a vert selection. Like I should be able to just take this, not relative to a bone, and just smooth everything. Oh my god. I think that's clean. Like this needs to just like smooth out. That's pretty much it. And then maybe it's like weighted a little too high. But how come this smooth like isn't working? Intensity. Limit to selection. That's going to happen no matter what. Am I doing this wrong? Clavicle out. Weights. Smooth. Why don't you smooth? What the fuck? Why are these dents here? These like dents should smooth. This like right here. Why do you not smooth? How is that? Are there no weights anywhere else? How come this should just like start to come back to form? Why? Who else is in this area? Probably the neck, maybe? No. Probably the full clavicle bone and spine 4 is who's on this. But like, so someone else is messy on this one is what's happening. Let me find out what bone's doing this junk. Cause like this is relatively smooth. Like that's a relatively smooth. Ooh, so I'm holding shift like I'm ZBrush. It's relatively smooth. So there's another. I mean, I gotta go find out who else. It's probably the other. It's probably the full clavicle R. A little bit. Let's not do the joint switching thing. But it's basically gone. And then I would guess it's spine 4. Yeah. And it's all pretty smooth. This is spine 4 owning it. Like, spine 4 is like the pelvis of the upper body. Like, and we zeroed it out here. Is it this that's so nasty? I don't know why I can't get that back to being smooth. Usually just smoothing it does that. Who's so wavy on this though? I can't tell. Spine 4 looks. This is like a relatively clean gradient, but there's like this this piece here, and it won't smooth. I'll probably look back at the stream and I'll figure it out after. Unfortunately, I can't see it now. I do not know who's pulling that one. It's definitely it's this one, spine 4, full clavicle, and what else? Who else would be doing this? Like, should be it. I'm gonna walk the whole fucking skeleton. Spine, yeah, spine 4. Neck, okay. It's a little bit of neck, probably. It's like all of them, but I thought like smoothing would fix that. And it's not. It's just like making noise. I'm gonna still go for like a full selection smooth again. Like this should be able to come back. This is what happens when you smooth zeros. Like they just like jump out crazy. Then it's regular clavicle R. So these are all those are all left stuff. Clavicle R, yeah, still pretty smooth. Clavicle R is like really hard on this buckle. Upper arm, sure, it's basically nothing. Those are all basically nothing. It's got a little bit. It's still basically nothing. And then clavicle out. Scapula. I don't understand why I can't smooth this. I should be able to just take this. Not this. We still have something weird selected somewhere. There it is. I should just be able to smooth this and it starts to like kind of come back. It's only owned by like about 4 bones and I don't know why. This doesn't work. Smooth, intensity, replace, intensity, smooth, iterations 1. Like what? How come this doesn't work? This is how I do like all my other things. This should move. Like the whole thing should like dance. And it's just those down there. So weird that I can't smooth this. Oh, it like kind of moved. I don't get why I can't clean that up. You probably wouldn't even notice. But like that's definitely higher. Like higher than it was. Is it high enough to stay out? Is it going to clip through there? I feel like it's not. I feel like it's like right here it's still not high enough. It's going to be a tricky one. And plus we're like in between the hood. I don't know. I'll send this out. I'm going to go look at it. I don't want to send an animation out though. Hoodie. No. Overall. Let's check the right side. It's kind of messy though. Maybe that initial 0.2 adding was bad. It's not good. So there's also this back clavicle because I don't know. We'll see how this looks. I'm just gonna overwrite this one. This. New file. Second one. Should be nothing to report with changes. Just a save, yeah. What the fuck is this? Why do you spawn a physics asset one? What the hell? That is so weird. Okay, let's look at this. It's slightly better, like on the top. It's definitely up there. So it's just the back. So that's a solve. It's a little nasty up there. Why does a physics acid baby get born? It's very odd. Freaks out my pawn too. But it's certainly better, but it's that back part. I remember seeing that kind of like lagging, yeah, behind. So it's close. It's kind of a nasty, not very nice looking when it's up there, but it's not clipping. It's like the biggest problem. It's got to be this, and maybe it's a little bit of this one now. So we're looking at now this area of the hoodie. So who owns this area? Like right at the star, basically. Like who owns this one the hardest? So the easiest way to find that out is to go to this sample current joint, go right here. That is spine 4. Spine 4 and clavicle R. Spine 4, clavicle R. Right here. Clavicle R. Okay. Let me see this bone. This is clavicle out. It's tricky. So it's between the clavicle out corrective, and the spine. So So without moving, let me look at the overall. Do the same thing to it. So it's actually here is the problem. Let me look at that's spine 4, 100%. Let me switch this out. This is spine 4. Spine 4 is like almost 100. It's like 80. Right here. And we don't start entering into the clavicle outer until we're like up. Wait, where even is it? It's not even doing it. There. Well, that's clicking the actual bone. That's like way up here. So we're actually looking back down here. So that was probably a little bit too much weight on the clavicle out for this piece. Let me find out. All right, so like who's here? Spine 4 is pretty hard on it though. So what's gonna make this come up more? Maybe more, just like adding a little bit more to this one. That seems to have pushed it down. I'm gonna undo that. Oh, it's clavicle. I'm gonna undo this. It's just full clavicle. It's gonna be clavicle R. Clavicle R. This needs more. None of this. Right here. I would like it to smooth itself out though, and not. And then it needs to be smooth. The fuck. Hope this smoothing works now. I don't know why like it like kind of hasn't been working the way I normally expect it to. But then just I added a bunch of weights in, but then smooth out. And normally this works, but like this should be smoothable. Like you should be able to just like smooth it. I don't know why I can't. I might need to hop into like regular Maya skinning tools or something. But it does not enjoy like this whole area. I should just be like, one, it just smooths out. Just averages all the weights together. Like this little piece. I'm gonna have to hop into like regular Maya skinning tools in a sec. Which I forget which outfit it was. One of them I had to completely do it the stock way. So look at these weights across clavicle. We just want to mush that together. It should do it more. I don't know why it's like it doesn't. There's something's off about how I'm doing this, but it's like just wants to stay right here. It like doesn't smooth it as much as I like feel like it should, and the transitions are pretty garbage. Like right here. What the hell is that? What is this? I'm gonna have to hop into like actual Maya skinning tools. So is that higher now? Because it's like if it follows the clavicle more than it follows the back, then it should come up. Whereas basically if you're rigging it to spine 4, you're basically saying don't move. And then so we're looking to say like this moves and the clavicle moves because the clavicle's up. That's all that really controls this area. Like it's parented to the chest, basically it's spine 4, and then this bone moves it and the clavicle moves it and the neck a little bit. But I can't. Doesn't look that much higher. Well, we'll see if it's a little bit better. And I guess it's about like hitting it like really hard, and then when it's like, oh, it's not clipping anymore, then trying to do whatever I can to smooth it to have it not look so jagged. Which in third person it's not so bad, but in like a cinematic close up, it's like you'll see like the texture like get like jagged. So the overall we're on version 3. Close this for now. So see if this right side's a little bit better. Skeleton, no. Re-imports, new file. And sure, yeah, I don't know why that happens. I must have dragged the skeletal, what's it called? The physics asset. That must be the physics asset or something. Okay, so that's not better, unfortunately. That's a tricky one to hold. I don't know why the other one pops out. I don't think I can delete it either because it's like... Is it ARM influence? It's hard to tell without being in the actual source asset. Maybe this is like the rig that's like, okay, we need to see the actual because I can do it somewhat blind. I need to see like the actual source asset now. Or we re-rig it, but we give it like a bigger air gap, which is what I've done around the arm hole. I think a bigger air gap is the absolute safest way to do it. Just have them actually further apart. Whereas like that one's like really like on top of it. It's gonna possibly collide into the hoodie, but like to air gap them even further would also be good. because it's a complicated area. I'm not really sure how to fix it more. Maybe I'm going to give it my last attempt. I'm just going to try to paint in more weight this all the way back down, all the way back here. Like anytime this thing is firing, I'm assuming this clavicle fires when this clavicle moves up. It moves up too or something like that. So I'm just going to paint more weights into this thing kind of blindly. Into clavicle, this thing. Clavicle outer or whatever that is. Paint clavicle out. So I'm gonna just drag this down. I don't know, but then again, it's like this is gonna move up. This needs to move out. I think it just needs to be further away in the modeling. So I gotta basically re-rig it. But let's do add. If I make this green all the way down here, this is probably not the move, but and then you can actually smooth out. Kind of. So it's green now instead of I like trust this smooth anymore. What is this? How come this isn't like actually doing it? It's like not smoothing anymore. I don't know why. I'm gonna do the influence switcher. This one. This is not doing what I wanted to. I don't know why. This isn't like. This is so splotchy. Like this part that's splotchy should be less splotchy after I click it. I don't get it. What's the problem? It's like not smoothing. And this turned out pretty smooth actually back here. So it's splotchy, but it doesn't. It's not like the real issue. Real issue is it popping out. So I'm gonna try this one more time. If not, I'm gonna have to move it and then re-rig it. Which happens here. Oh, 4. I have hard to find this for some reason. This one, 4. Ooh, it's better. If I can remember the controls to my own game. Oh, well that does it. Okay. Never mind. We're just gonna paint clavicle all up and down. It's that clavicle inner or whatever. We're painting it all the way down the back of that strap and we'll get it. I wish it was smoother, but that's a hold. That is a hold right there. Doing it to the other side. So, and kind of know that the smoothing is kind of effed up right now, like it doesn't work so well, but at least this is kind of working. Let's go to clavicle L outer, this one. We're gonna paint this. What's the other one? I can look at the other one. Yellow here, green all the way down. Would be great if it was smooth, but it's like whatever. So we're yellow, green, clavicle. Where to go? This one, yeah. So we're going up in value quite a bit. Should save as. So we're basically upgrading you yellow, you're green. So if we generally just draw like this, that will happen. Now this is yellow, this is becoming green, yellow, green, yellow, green. Not the most even thing. This is actually becoming like a little too yellow down there. That's turning red. So now normally smoothing would kind of help me out, but there's like something weird with the smooth brush that like, no, that's doing it now. That's proper. That's good. This is good. How come this smooths so well? The other one smooths like shit. This one's smoothing perfectly. Something's wrong with the other one. I should probably just do this like from scratch, because this one turned out kind of nice. It's a little bit too yellowy down here, but maybe that's gonna be even better. Like it comes even further out. But so it kind of is what I suspected. Like this helper bone is doing a lot, and it was just doing more to the hoodie than it was doing to the strap because the strap was further away and it got its initial weighting from projection weight, so it was further and it just didn't get the same amount of weights. But based on that other one, this should be pretty good, if not like overcompensating, which is fine. Like if it air gaps more, that's not a problem. This bone's still like selected from like NG skin tools, so it freaks me out. But okay, this might do it. Let's do root overall exports 5. It's not where I thought the problems were going to be, but it's fine. I thought it was going to be on the buckles. The buckles are certainly squished, but they're not clipping. Oh my god. Every time the physics has it. Oh, it's so close. It needs even more. It needs even more. It might be a little bit of clavicle, to be honest. Like, I think we just got to go a little harder on that little piece right there, and that's a hold. Close. Really close. Okay. It's like here. It needs to be even stronger. Clavicle out. Oh, yeah. That's it. Yeah, it's a little green. Yeah, so we're going to keep adding here. We're just pulling. This one's just yellow. We just go full sand yellow here. And smooth this out. Attempt the smoothing. It's kind of smooth. This one just was yellow. Maybe I should just make the other one full yellow too. Just have this gradient be like, okay. This is nice to see. It's like yellow, full 4, like 4 green, full 4 transition to blue. That's good. This one's like a little bit less. But I think that was stronger. I don't want to break anything either, but I think it's just a little bit more. Let's reset. Here. Number 6. Oh, nah, what the fuck? Okay, so now it's something else. I think it needs a little bit more weight from the clavicle. I remember doing that. It's going to be the clavicle. So now, right now, instead of it, so the amount of weight on clavicle outer is fine, but it has too much weight on spine 4 is what's happening. So it's staying still, basically. Too much right here. So spine 4 is like, it's kind of weak actually. It's green, but we're gonna give it to clavicle L instead, which is pretty even weaker. We're just gonna buff this up pretty much like maybe like a band right here. Add, I should save as. So we'll come back in case this is like, I'll just weigh this thing from scratch again. It'll be even better, I'm sure, if I did it that way, but it's right here. It's kind of like how this is a green line here. This should probably just keep coming along. That's a huge brush. I'm going to do this. Paint. Fuck, what the hell is that? I'm like searching bone. I'm trying to make the brush smaller. Do you not hold B to make the brush smaller? Oh my god. Okay, hold on. I'm going to back out of this. You have to do it through the... That's like the stock Maya way of doing it. Clavicle L. Yeah, so you're gonna make the brush smaller, like over here. Only do 1. So I'm gonna basically pull a green line all the way through to here. This should allow that area to kind of puff up a little bit more. Something like this. Don't want to go too far in this first attempt. Let's smooth this out a little bit back. So hopefully I didn't steal the weights off of... I'm really looking to remove weighting from the spine, not take it away from clavicle outer. Luckily there's no thickness, otherwise I'd have to go do this on the other side. Yeah, like that. Let's look at clavicle out. It's still pretty yellow. So hopefully it's just spine 4 lost weights. It's still selected by NG Skin Tools. Okay. Reset. Skeleton overall. And I assume, I would guess like once I start checking for shotgun and rifle, they're pretty similar poses, I think. Like shotgun might be like lower, rifle might be like higher, like stock into the shoulder. I bet you there's even more little areas that have like little things like that that I've never checked for. Re-import new file. 7. It could also be an animation thing, like a retargeting thing, like we just like pushing the arm too far. Because they're just blind retargets. They're not like made specifically for the MetaHuman. Oh goddamn! Is it better even? Slightly. It's more stable now. That's the weird part. So I'm gonna go give even more to the clavicle now. It's like different. Huh? Is it even updating? Like I feel like I just looked at the same thing. Like I didn't see anything change. I did like a significant amount of like updating. It's stuff in the 07. Not seeing a huge amount of change. That one's definitely higher than this one. We just need to be like a tiny bit higher. Maybe it's more about giving it to that one again. More to this, even more. Seems uneven, but I think we lost weights from our... It's like here, actually. It's like maybe even further down. I think I'm going to just keep adding into clavicle outer this. It's already selected. I think I'm going to just make this like really strong right here. Just like let this like get it. Like red. And then I'll smooth it out. Like at this point I'm looking for it to like break. I want it to be like too far out because I feel I can't even like see it. This is bad to have this black line in between. Doesn't want to smooth it, but it's just it's green though, or it's blue. It's like 5%. This just needs to like move. And then what happened? Oh, sorry, that's the wrong clavicle. This one. Oh, so we're taking weights away from. We keep giving them back to spine is the problem here. Oh, spine's pretty dead though, actually over there. It's pretty empty. It's almost black. Okay, so this really it is. This is a fight between the clavicles then. So just gotta get these two right. Clavicle L, clavicle outer. So I made it really red. Hopefully that's the idea. It kind of made the base binding kind of worse, but oh no, we had arms up. Never mind. We're good. We're good. I was like, that shouldn't be possible. These ones. So I like went like almost 100% off of like the clavicle corrective. I just want to see a difference at this point. I can't even, I like did all those changes, but I didn't really see anything changing. Makes me feel like I need to like reset the whole project or something, but usually the skinning updates are, you don't have to do anything to flag it. Just save it. And I was doing all those other tweaks. There goes the body. This time it's stuck in there. Cool. Oh god damn, it's like I can't even tell that it's different. Like, is that different? It's still popping out. My other thing now is to chill out the hoodie. Have the hoodie do less. It's so subtle. Oh god. But that's driving me crazy. Oh man. It's definitely clavicle up. It's just that clavicle moving up thing. I cannot get the weighting right on that. Let me go look at the weighting on the hoodie. That's the other way to do it. Look at this. What button did I just hit? So how about we look at lessening what the hoodie is doing? Which feels like kind of a worse way to do it, but let's do smooth sample current. It's like here. So that's between spine, clavicle. Clavicle out is like way up here. It's not even, it's here. That's a way overreach from clavicle, probably. Clavicle out. And what's this down here? It's like green from both. Kind of green here. I think it's so close. I'm just, oh no, I'm looking at the wrong area. So we gotta look here. It's right here. And it is when this is up. It's this. Just this tiny area right there. It's just like slightly wrong. So we're smoothing and it's here. That's clavicle L. Jesus. It's like, and then where's the inner part? No, that's clavicle L. What's this? This must be spine. This is spine. Wait, what? Yeah, no, spine 4. Maybe it's more on spine 4 here. That's like not what I was thinking at all. I thought only the only this was pulling it out, but this is pretty far away. Okay, so I'm gonna give it back some of the weights to spine 4. It's kind of not at all what I was thinking, but this is like, it's not black. Whoa. Let's undo that. We're crashing. No, we're back. Okay. Let's do this. Add, not that one. Spine 4. Yeah, it's not like black on any other ones. This is too much. This is the point like where it won't smooth anymore. I kind of like need to figure it out and then do it again but cleaner. But I still haven't like sorted it out. So this part's like pretty dead up here, which is maybe okay. But so I gave it back to spine. I feel like for some reason that's not gonna do it, but I'm gonna do more, even more like. Which should in theory make it not move as much, which I'm trying to make it move more. So I can't see why that would be the solution, but. If I look at how much spine 4 holds on the other side, it's a lot more. So, I don't know. So let's look at clavicles again. Clavicle L, kind of weird. There's like green dot. Clavicle R, much smoother. Looks way more normal. Okay. Clavicle out, it's yellow, green. Clavicle out, very similar. So the one that's different is this. Is a little greener, a little brighter. It's just like similar. Clavicle out, similar. And then spine 4. Yeah, it's similar-ish. Try this again. I'm kind of like started from scratching. It wouldn't be like the worst idea, knowing that like at least I know what bones are fighting for this now. So roots overall 9. Those are pretty matched. I mean, but it is like this little tiny difference. I should look at the weightings of the hoodie too. But I don't think I think I was straight copy skin weights the hoodie, so not much should have. They should be pretty symmetrical. If this really doesn't, I'm just gonna like restart it. Unreal Engine. I feel like it probably is updating, but like I also like it looks like I'm looking at the same thing over and over again. Like I cannot tell the difference. Nah, it's like still there. It's more stable now. It's not moving as much. Man, I cannot get. It's like that one little depressed area, man. Like, what is that? I feel like it's this like 0.2 value weight on just the right bone, but pull that back up, and then this is like pretty good. Yeah, it's like even for these crouches, it's holding. On the other side, on this side, it holds. On the other side, yeah, it's just like dipping in. Yeah, that one dips. Yeah. The right side's really good. The left side just dips in. I think it's a slight overreach by... I kind of want to weight this from scratch. How hard is this going to be? I think all I cleaned up was the legs, and it was pretty much just smoothing this and those. It wasn't too much of a problem. But this I kind of almost want to do again from scratch. Let's see. This dead spot's bad. Like I can see that being a problem in the rig. Like when he was crouching, this is spine. I'm imagining this can't be 0. Like it basically is 0 right now. This can't be like this. Smooth this over. So the battle is even like this little blue spot. It like won't let me smooth it out. And now there's like a little yellow spot. It's fine, I guess. It's this right here. It's so weird. I like can't get it to be right. I think from the spine point of view, we're pretty even. Looks like it's actually a little bit stronger here. Like this is like kind of a diagonal. Like that's probably enough. It's like kind of like this, and then smooth that. Because this one works pretty much. Then if we go to our clavicles. Clavicle L, that's certainly all screwed up and weird. That's much cleaner. It's like this nice little triangle from here. And then the outer, I think we're overreaching a ton on clavicle out here, so I think that's what happened. I think this was too far down. This being yellow is bad. So I'm gonna hopefully give it back to clavicle L here. Like this needs to be much stronger generally. Let me look at the other clavicle. So kind of weighted around like this, like triangle like this. This needs to be stronger here. And I think the other clavicle, the clavicle in, I let it go too far down and it's like not holding correctly. Is it yellow? I don't remember. Let's smooth this out. So hopefully that took it away from clavicle out. I think it took away from spine, unfortunately. But it's not yellow down here anymore. So this is like green to blue, yellow, green, blue to yellow, green, blue. So it's slightly less. They're a little bit asymmetrical. There's even less weighting on this one. I need to take away from this one. So I'm going to do replace, distribute, and we're going to replace back down to I think this is 0.2 to be blue like this. Kind of. I'm going to undo that. Let's say crash undo. Now we got it. Let's do it's 0.1. That's enough, and then we'll smooth that back. I need to kind of add back just a little bit probably. I didn't realize that was whatever I just made that was. That 0.1 is this light blue. I guess that makes sense. I'm gonna add just a line back here. Let this blur back a little bit smoother. I don't know. Once I'm this deep in the weight painting, I almost just want to start over. Let's compare green with one little yellow dot for some reason I can't get rid of. The clavicle out on this side. It's green a little bit further down, but it's pretty similar. Clavicle here. It's a little stronger on this one, and then spine will be like whatever's left. Let's try this again. Let's make sure this is reset. I should just. The thing is, I can't really move it up too much further because of the hoods there. But I could take just this little area and just pull it away. That'll help a lot. Oh, I can get these weight paints. Perfect. Damn it. It doesn't even look like it changed. It's like, what is that difference? I cannot get that thing up. I think I need to pull it back. It's my only recourse at this point. So this is kind of like a full reweighting. But just air gap those shoulder areas a lot more. It's not so bad though. Okay, what were we doing? From scratch, I can't fix that. Or it's annoying. I don't know how to anyway. I've tried like all the different things I can think of. So let's jump ahead to 20. We're gonna redo the bottoms. 20. This is like new, say, overall strap gap. Okay, let's do skin. Let's make sure everyone's back. Reset. We're gonna unskin this. Unbind. Full unlock. That's good. Clear history. Pretty sure that's fine. Let's do default bind back to overall. Skin bind. Take a copy skin weights back to here. Oh, I fucked up. Damn it. I want to move it before I bind it. I forgot. I'm not just weight painting from scratch. I'm actually gonna move stuff. I could just unbind. Same thing. Or is it already unbound? What's this? Oh, that's nothing. That's just the shape node. Okay. So it shouldn't move now. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna air gap this part. Let's get rid of this skeleton. So right here, we need a bit more space to be safe. And they are, even on this one, they're like right on top of each other. I don't even mind. Actually, we have a lot of air gap here. But this is just too tight for how the skinning is going. We're just gonna like actually get distance from this. Not this way. We actually have a decent amount of space before we clip into the hood. We can go like really far without clipping into the hood. So if the rig does do that, then we're pretty safe. So we're like legit air gapped now. Just jamming that right into the hood part. It's fine. Shouldn't be able to see that really. The hood's so thick. I shouldn't ever come out of it. Okay, so we are like a centimeter or whatever air gap now here, and we'll do the same thing on this side. Yeah, this is like in the shoulder, so it's just like, yeah, it was like kind of set up to fail in a way. Whereas we can come up like that whole amount pretty safely. So now we're in the hood. Definitely. So they were like touching before. They were like inside of each other a little bit. So like any little misweight This one's already like really in the hood. I feel like I don't want to move that anymore. I think I might just bring this up just a little bit more from like a, yeah, like get it actually off of the, get it completely off. Okay, so this is a significant air gap. We could even air gap this, but this part wasn't the problem. It's just right here. I kind of want to go even more. Like from all angles, you won't know. You won't sense this extra air gap. It's just if it's going to clip into the hoodie in a bad way. But that's pretty, the hoodie is pretty stable. It doesn't move that much. Okay, so we are significantly further from that area now. And then just do the same process. Hopefully with pure, just straight copy skin weights though. Not have to really do any. Not use any of the, what does that even do? Oh, that's kind of interesting that you can just force that on. That's nice. I didn't know you could do that. So this is like if you've assigned materials for like the export, you could still rig it in like default view. Not bad. So I don't think all those tweaks count as history, but just in case they do. Gons. Okay, and rig it again. Let's do skinning, bind. Skin weights. Take my skeleton back. Joint selection. I don't remember smoothing anything out here. I think this all worked out pretty perfectly, other than the straps, obviously. I don't think we're changing anything. It's just basically legs. And so like even when this is up here, we have this huge air gap. So hopefully it's safe now. And we don't move so much that we're going to clip out through this hood. If we do, I have to come back and I'll move the hood. Like I'll just move the hood up, just like this back and forth process. So I kind of remember how this went. I was reasonably happy with it. Let's get rid of this. No bone select. Paint. I could take this for sure. No, not wireframe. Where is it? Where is default? Where was that thing? This. Yeah, that's kind of nice. Let's put that back to default for free. Back to Lambert 1. I think we came all the way up here. Oh yeah, there's a little bit of this right there. It's like here. I think we did 5 smooth for this area. Worked out pretty well. Up to the star, sure. So low poly here. Looks pretty good. Let's initialize. Smooth 100 verts. Maybe it was more than 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it was like 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, one more. That's this area. Turns off bone selects. Resets. So I remember we just went for this. We just fixed these little collapsed areas. I'll try to do them at once. They're pretty much the same. Let's drop all selections. Lasso select. We pretty much want like this here, and then oh god, the bones. This selection and then regrow it. Do the same thing over here. So maybe a little sketch to try to do this at the same time, in case they grow super differently. So the only, oh, this was a bad select. This might be lazy trying to do them both right now. I think we're fine. Okay, let's do a bit of a grow. Right up to the border. Right up to the border is pretty good. It's pretty fine. I forget how many smooths we did. I think it was 5. But I'll just do it the right way. Let's do move this leg. Put bones on. kind of smoothing out for like the leg fully up. One, two, three, four, five. Still pretty crazy over here, but we're not gonna get that much better. That like kind of keeps it, and we're not firing the correctives, of course, but I think that's all I did to this. And we'll see if copy skim weight with the air gap just gives me it. That's what I'm hoping, is I don't have to change anything. And this will, I'll probably forget that this exists. I'm gonna turn this off now. That's a weird one. I never knew that existed. And if that was on by if there was like a hockey that I went on to did this by accident, like this one has like all the, I would never find it. Hopefully it would default off next time I opened the project or something, but probably not. It's the root overall 11. It's a full reweight. And a move, mesh moved a bit. It could still be, shouldn't be worse, but I could still see like some of it popping out, but we moved it a lot. But I didn't like reweight it. Oh god, it's fixed. That's all I had to do was fucking move it a tiny bit. That's it. Yeah, like it's always something simple. Like most of the weight painting, except for the neck area, it's like it's not usually needing like all that like manual painting. Like the copy skin weights do it correct. It's just like things. Yeah, it's just like. I forget the last piece. I did the same thing. I like weight painted it for like an hour and then like moved one, just like started over from scratch and got it the first time. I think it was like one of the capier ones. Okay, so that was a lot of work for whatever. And I know a little bit more about that clavicle area now. Know enough not to go in there basically. I think that's pretty fine. I think the crouch is handling the run reasonably well. The back now holds the. Are we holding the shoulder straps for all of these animations? Yeah, we're good. We just need that like 1 centimeter air gap and it holds fine. All of this. He's so comfy in this like blue outfit. Okay, I think that's the rig then. That'll be quite good. Even this is deforming pretty well. Side view's good. Side view's good. The straps are a little lumpy now, but like whatever. Better lumpy than. I can see the air gap, but still better air gap than clipping. No one will really care. Notice than the physics assets chilling out here. I think you just take out any skeletal mesh and say enable physics, and that's what this is. This is a skeletal mesh with the physics enabled. And I haven't configured the physics asset yet. It's actually not a bad thing. They're all like stacked on top of each other or something. Physics asset. Yeah, I pulled out the physics app. That's what did it. Okay, well that was the whole thing. Let's see. So this has been 220. I could start working on the mask material. It's maybe still the parent material of this gun. Take a peek at that. Kind of want to make a mocap side by side today with this new outfit. Maybe I'll wait till I have the hat. That's like, I don't know. That's like the full thing. I'll wait till I have the hat, so a day later or something. Where's this gun here? Let's look at this material instance. Where's your parent material? There is none. No, M weapon. Okay, so what did they do here? What's the deal? It's not too bad. AORM. Where are your masks? Here are the masks. So we're doing full RGB. Oh god. Oh my god. Okay, so tint is a lerp. How come there's so many masks? Decal text roughness. Okay. So they're lerping between what? They're lerping between the default text. Oh, lerping. That's interesting. Lerping. I use like multiply, but they're lerping. They're lerping between the full RGB This is so hard to see. That's the alpha, right? Okay, so the mask is an alpha between the albedo of the of one. Is this a texture? Param 2D, param 2. So this is a texture. Okay. And the lerp to the color. This is an alpha. Where else is this mask getting used? It's another lerp. So then we have decal text color tint. I forget that this exists. This is a mult. Where's the masking math? Damn it. Is it this? Text color mult? I can't figure out how they're using these masks. Where's this one? They're all lerps. Lerps? Roughness. They're all lerps? That's not how I understand how to do this. Lerps. Okay, well, I'm gonna go generate some just like single black and white masks and see if I can sort out the math myself. I'm not gonna channel pack them for now. I can't. It's just confusing. Or maybe I can. Let's see. So let's go to Maya. I'm gonna do this one. This is like the highest impact one to do. Of course, right? Yeah. So let's see. I don't think the UV's moved, even though I moved some stuff. I would just take. It's fine. But how to select this? Jesus. I guess we could like duplicate it. It's kind of sketchy to do here. I'm going to save as. This is now the final shape. I moved the mesh, so we did more than rigging here. We like moved the whole thing. So we're now just looking for like UVs. Don't use. The previous file is the master file. So I'm gonna take this one. This is a don't use. I can just destroy this file. Like I'm just looking to steal some stuff and get out of here. I could unskin it if that's gonna help anything. I might. And modeling. So we'll unskin this. Could pretty much delete everything else at this point. I guess we'll keep the hoodie because we need the UVs from these two objects. That's pretty much it. So we can delete this stuff, or at least hide it. So I need to. Oh, what a absolute pain in the ass. Wait a minute. How can this be done easier? They do have materials, so I should be able to actually select them by material. Let me do this. Select objects with material. There it is. So this could be a clean extract, I guess. That didn't seem to have done anything. Let's try this again. Let's do this. Is this actually selected over here? Is that crashing? What's going on with this? How come that won't move? Something's funny. Oh no, it moved. It's just lagging. It's a little sketchy to move it like that. Let's extract it. There it goes. Okay. So now these are separates. Those are the buckles. This is the overall. Surprised that can be the same name actually. AKS. Let's pull these out. Oh, it didn't. It made it one. Yeah, they can't share the same name. Okay, so I need these. I need to make masks based on this, and then eventually masks for these two. Start with this one though. I'll make them in Photoshop. Let's do UV snapshots. 4K for masks? I think we're fine with 2K. Probably pull off 1K. Let's do. I guess they're technically textures overall, so same masks. So this is the Meltel normal overall UV. Never trust that actually happens. Find that. think this goes into here. Worker, textures, overall, masks. There it is. Okay. Might as well just dump them all while we're here. While I'm in this like phase. AKS. This is going to be the overall AKS. UV. You have to select it. I think it should be selected. Looks good. Take this one too. Just gonna rename it. It's actually worker, but worker, all this stuff, but hoodie. 2K. Oh, it's not selected. Okay, so those are the accessories, overalls, hoodie. Got the UVs. And we can basically delete this file. We should never come back to it. It's just kind of an unskinned one, but we shouldn't use it. Okay, Photoshop time. I guess I'll try to channel pack them. I should just I suck at channel packing and I always forget how it works. I like doing it in Substance Designer, but that's kind of confusing too. Let's do them one. We have to do them one at a time. Okay, so the goal is to generate black and white masks that don't overlap, but then combine into the RGB channels. I forget how you do that. Let's see. We don't want to overwrite this. We should save this file for sure. This is it's saving as a PNG, and we want to save. We want to PSD this one. Yeah. Okay. So we want full layers. Let me see how this is gonna work. So we're gonna start with black. So let's draw the first mask. Will be the main body, then the trims, then the zipper. This can all just be lasso selects. Okay, let's do this. So the first mask can be like this. This is part of it too. These are the over the shoulder parts. Let's try to stay like kind of tight like that. So if I make this now white, that's the first mask. Oh, I pasted onto the damn UV. Here. This needs to get like locked or something, but just call this mask 1. Okay, so that's mask 1, white anyway. To go again. Then we have, is it L? Gotta keep these like kind of tight. This is mask 2. And this will be mask 3. We're just gonna tint the whole zipper. It's kind of weird. I'll probably just mostly leave it white. It's not gonna look great to color change this one. Okay, so that's mask 3. So how do I channel pack this all together? Can I copy through, whatever that's called, copy merged? And but I don't know how this fucking works. I don't know how you paste into these channels red. How do I paste just the red one? How do you channel pack this stuff? Like, do you just make them full red? Does that work? Can you just... Oh, is that... But like, what is pure red? I guess it's 100 RG. So we do this. Like if I make this thing... Oh, this would be great if I can do this like parametrically like this. Does this make the red channel completely... Yeah. Oh, I never thought about it. Oh, okay. This is pretty chill, actually, if I can pull this off. So green, we'll just go 100% green. So 0, 0. Okay, cool. So that's yeah. Oh, this is pretty nice. If this is actually, whoa, we're like some HS crazy view. What is this? What is this color thing? Oh, it's because we're like in this shit. So let's do, wait. this one, mask 2. I'm so confused. Oh, here we go. This we want to do color, and it needs to be full blue, like that. Call this B, G, R. So we don't have an alpha. The alpha we'd have to paste in, but we have RGB. So how would you get that? How'd you get this going? If I wanted one more, just make like a random alpha mask for the 4th. We could just never have 4, but this is the cleanest. And then like I don't have the alpha channels are kind of weird anyway. Like we could just say it's 3. It's only 3 per. It's kind of interesting. Let me try this. I've never done it this way. We should do fucking targets, shouldn't we? Ew, let's do targets. Ew. So this is texture, male normal worker, overall mask 1 dot target. I have no idea. We're doing 32. It's gonna be huge. I'll just do 24. Targets. Let's see if I can math this together. So we'll just dump that into here for now. Import worker textures overall masks. This one. The masks are sRGB, I believe, to pull them out correctly. So let's put that into the master material. This isn't gonna help lerps. I don't know. And they're only using 4. They're only using 3 for masks. They're not using the alpha. Just like slightly simpler. I need the master. This one. The instance. Need this mask now. Okay. So this was like my fake one here. So this is now mask. Texture. The channel packing, I just made it full red, full green, and full blue. I think that's how that. I think that works. I'm not positive though, but I think it works. I don't find out in a bit. So I'm gonna switch these defaults over to the more obvious one, which is gonna be the overalls, to see if I can do this correctly. I'm just gonna drag them out. This you can switch them, but I'm just gonna drag them out. Wait, is that the hoodie? I'm so confused by my own names. Yeah, this is it. It's 'cause I haven't renamed them for Marketplace yet. They're still just named for from how they came in from Substance Painter. So okay. So these are essentially black and white masks. They're just black and white. But instead of having them be like individual black and white masks, they're channel packed. So this takes up less memory. This is like how Epic does it. It's how you're supposed to do it. So these are just like having 3 different black and white masks channel packed into here. Same with this. That's what the ORM as well. It's pretty much just black and whites. Like the ORM, this is wow, it's a long build. So that just broke all the shaders that are using this, but whatever. Like this is just that's the occlusion mask. Just black and white. Roughness mask, basically white in this case, but these are all just black and white masks. ORM, this is metallic, so nothing's metallic on this piece apparently. So that's just one way of channel packing. It's just add a Substance Painter, it does it for you. And Substance Designer, you can get even more specific, like infinitely more specific on how the channel pack works with resolutions and stuff. So to start, I usually multiply. Now they're lerping. I don't understand exactly how lerp is going to work. I kind of get that here, lerp, but like where do you actually multiply it out? When do you actually clip it out with the mask? See this lerp? Sure. That's the color. This is text, I guess. But are they lerping it out here? And then there's a final multiply against AO. Which there's this coming. This is an ambient occlusion roughness. I say ORM, and they say AORM, so ambient occlusion roughness metallic. So it's the same exact setup. Like they're giving us this material from Lyra because like this is how most noobs are making materials at a substance painter. So we're supposed to kind of like follow this, steal it, make it better. But I don't see their clipping math yet. So this being 0 to 1, we want to make a mask of this and then tint it. So we would pretend like this is black and white, or like a more neutral color. But maybe you lerp it. Maybe. So let me get a 3 down here. It's just being that slow. Oh, there it is. So convert this to, we'll say, I'm gonna say custom color. A is kind of like how the market, like they say you can use either. I kind of like the idea of A, B, C versus 1, 2, 3. I don't know why. This is what the user will see. Anyway, so we'll call it custom color A. Make it not black because that's a confusing thing to work against. Make it like blue. So what if we want to make whatever this is covering lerp between this and here? They used it as an alpha. That's not how I see it. That's not what that is for me anyway. I usually rely on multiply math, but maybe lerping is better, but I don't understand how they clip it. So they're gonna lerp between a color and what the default material would have been. And the alpha they're using is the mask. So what is this top one? I haven't seen what this mask is. It's another alpha. And what's green doing? Is green also being used as an alpha? If they're all alphas. Okay, so this brings in the question for the gun. What the hell is in this gun material? This. Let me look at this mask. Where is this thing? Okay, so this mask is a little bit... the red channel just has text. The green channel, nothing. The blue channel is like the mask, I think. So it's blue, and then red has green in it. But the blue channel is just like the mask. Like where do we apply this? Is from the blue channel. So that's this blue one, which is immediately into a lerp. They just use it as a lerp. I don't understand that. Isn't that doing that to the whole object? I guess it doesn't. That's how lerp works. Well, I'll just start trying it that way. Okay. So there's a lerp out here. Linear interpolate. And how do they have it set up? They have it so that the top lerp is the material. So this is like what's coming out of the texture, like the whatever we authored. This is what the user wants to kind of change it to. And when you lerp it from here, does that only affect? It does. So lerp alpha also works as a mask. That is not how I understood that working. That's pretty awesome. But how do you fade it? I usually rely on, so then if we do this though, then there's no multiplying happening. Like I don't get like the AO over it. So what it could be is, hey, what's up? You need something? No, they're all around though. Did you find that one next to your bed? Yeah, that's the only one I've seen recently. Let's see. I'm gonna go author a different texture set for this so that I can do this correctly. This brown is not gonna work. Okay, so I didn't realize that lerp behaved like that in Unreal Engine. We are, I guess if it's not lagging, it's not so bad. But opening this all at once, my computer might just be like, yeah, no, and die. So I'd like to get at least a 3-way custom material. So we're like 1/5 of what the MetaHuman clothing material is doing. That thing's doing even more than that. It's like multiplying a bunch of like normals into it and all sorts of stuff. It's a full material switcher in there. It's like a whole substance designer node. Let's see. I basically need like the normal one, and then we're gonna alter all the textures, diffuse this into white. And we're only really worried about the overall for now. Though I need to do that to everyone. This white thing isn't actually there. It's just like this weird bug. Happens when you start up. It's like the selection or something. What's going on? That is not there. What are you doing? There we go. It's gone. Still freaking out over there, but it's not actually there. Okay, so hoodie main. Okay, so we're gonna go to the overall. It's still kind of freaking out. But to do this correctly, we need to alter this stuff into basically white. And I'm gonna do some like slightly different type of math over it. Is it full white or do we go down? I don't remember. I'm gonna alter into full white. Zipper plastic. Zipper bed. The zipper bed I might leave black because that's like the way I want it to be. But then this burlap down here, I should say this as, I think it's full white. And we're mostly taking the normal, and there might be some like dirt on top of it. Like it's all clipped out, but I think there's still some like color variation on top of the full white. It's just that like Substance just blows it all out for some reason. It's not helpful. But we at least have the normal. So we'd be like keeping this thing permanently black in there. That's kind of what I wanted. I don't feel like I have the resolution to separate the zipper from that little area. So if you tint the zipper green or something, that black part will also turn kind of green. It's kind of muddy, but so we need this albedo basically. It could basically be white, but you could put dirt masks over this and then multiply inherit. So this is kind of like a free dirt multiply the way I'm going to use it, hopefully. So this is going to be here, textures, overall, let's just say V2. And this is pretty much my overall white. I don't know. I haven't authored one of these yet for the marketplace, so we only need the overall at the moment. Okay. All we need is this. So there is a little bit of noise, a little bit of like dirt, kind of. It's basically a dirt map. Black, this is all out here. Yeah, okay. So we would alter those all whites if we're gonna purely choose the color out here. So then I need the mask back here. We're just, all the materials are completely broken. That's fine. Overall masks, just V2 overall. I just need this hood. I need this one. Whoa, what? Over the existing? Sure, that's fine. Oh, what's that one? What is this doing? Oh, I think it just said no. No, I don't remember. Well, whatever. We just brought in textures. So I think it overrid it to white. Yeah, so now it's white. This looks like a normal color. I picked a color that looks like a normal map. It's not going to be, make it more confusing than it needs to be. So we'll lerp it to green. So this would now completely flat out the diffuse map. But the way that I like, we don't even need this. What this could actually be is this color. The lerp is so interesting though. The lerp is masking it out here. Like it's applying this color because it's white. We're saying we 100% want it to lerp. It's this way. 0 would be here. 1 is here. And so on this mask, only in this area, we're saying we want it to be completely green. But then what I guess I'm setting up to do, there might be a different way. I like this lerp though. This lerp masking is really interesting compared to multiply masking. Is that I then want to multiply this over it at the end from its full channel. Or whatever multiply is one way. You could do like a layer mode or some sort of blend mode. But now, not only do I get this color choice, I get the color variation that came from the original material. So it's kind of like dirt masking a bit. And we don't really even need this. This could be nothing because we're 100% applying green here. So we don't even need this technically to be instance. I don't know if this is like a performance thing, but like this is actually not even needed, if I understand this correctly. We're just using lerp as a mask. We'll see how this goes when I combine. I don't know how you combine lerps together. You probably lerp them together. I don't know. But technically we don't even need this at the moment. We're basically just saying do green on the red mask and then multiply this over it, that's how I wanted it to be. Now how you do this 3 times, I'm not sure how the math combines together. This stuff just inserts normally. So now this is a continuous reference. This will need a new one. This is a continuous reference too. So it's going to start to spaghetti. And I'm not going to make material functions. I'm just going to make like an omega material. So we'll do another lerp. I don't know how you combine lerps together. I'm not going to lie. I don't even want to think about what the hell, whatever that was. So we're basically saying, how come this can have the same name? It's interesting. Custom color B. We'll say that it's just like red pinkish for now. This color is going to 100% take over whatever the green channel is on the alpha here. And then we'll multiply this again over it for like our free color variation. I guess technically you probably shouldn't keep, I would assume that's expensive or something. We probably don't want to keep referencing that over and over again. I don't know. We could check the instruction count or whatever. Maybe it's probably bad. And then we multiply this together. And so now we have, the question is, how do you add these together? Is this just a straight add? It is. It's just add. Okay, that's not bad. And then you just add the third one in. Okay, this is pretty light actually. This is not too crazy. It's not exactly how Epic does it either. They're doing a lot of other stuff going on, but so we'll take this again. This will be color C. Just pick a color that's different, that doesn't look like a normal map. There's so many colors out there, but I can't find one. I guess we just end up looking like normal maps really quick, but there we go. Let's do this blue. So this is another lerp into a multiply and then a final add again. So we're lerping to B. We don't need an A. We're just using it as a mask. We're going to alpha this one, multiply from here again, and then add that with the other one, because everything else is black around it. And so we've added 3 masks together, but then tinted their colors and multiplied them over my AO. So that's to start, that's the mask setup. So we want to pull this out like this. There's almost no way to make this look normal, but like, you try. So basically, like, we're making an add tree. All the multiply should basically be kind of like in the same place vertically. The lerps, they're all at the same hierarchy of this shader. And then the color masks, we just, we could pull them way out, like line them up like this. Oh, this is no good. This one is, hold on. No, that is good. Never mind. It's the mask where you come out of the RGB. So it's kind of like this. It's as simple as I can make it. So we're basically using this as like an AO mask. We're multiplying this ultimately. So anything that's darker, we're taking this color and making it darker. You could also do it in a way that like, oh, this darker thing, we could make it a color, like 2 colors. But for now, I'm like, I'll just take a darker variation. That's mostly what I do for my materials anyway. I just take a flat color, add like some Perlin noise shit over it, and make it kind of subtle. And that's basically what this is now. And then all the color choices now is in Unreal Engine here in an RGB color, or in a, yeah, whatever this kind of color they call it. It's not linear, like native it's linear, but it's whatever. Normal. We could then add like a, you know, a parameter to like make the normals less strong. You could even have the normals less strong per the mask. You can do everything that you can do now. You could do some similar math and you could do it per mask. And Unreal Engine for the MetaHuman goes like 10 times further than that, and they have a whole ass material difference for each mask, and each one is like completely parametered out, and it's not a material function. It's just like this gigantic texture. This is occlusion, roughness, metallic, raw, like no switchers, no enumerator switchers, like we're just throwing it right in there. But eventually it's like you could do it's like you could toggle, you could do fades, that sort of stuff. But for now we have control over this like this. So the problem is not everything has masks, so I just like destroyed like all the other materials. Actually no, this is only for the worker set that I'm doing. So this basically doesn't work anymore for the so learning about that lerp trick, it's kind of neat. Oh, whatever. Okay, so for the overall, we'll just ignore it. I don't have masks made for the overall yet, or the this thing. Oh, and it breaks the I don't have masks for any of these other things. So the only one that's like valid is the overall. So if this works, we're just ignoring all the other ones and the shirt, right? Just the overall itself. I see some pink in there. Okay, so we got some little bit of problems right now, but let's see if this is generally working. Oh, we have not exposed them as parameters. Fun. What? Wait a minute. These are exposed. What? Texture? Oh no, I guess I didn't. This is diffuse texture, mask texture. Did I not? Oh, I didn't. I never converted. These are normal texture. I wonder if this can handle this. Probably have to. Let's close this. I guess AO, RM, ambient. That's how Epic does it. So we'll do it the same way. Let that update. I saw pink in here. Is not that shouldn't, but let's see. Okay. Yeah. So don't worry about the. Why is this pink? There shouldn't be any pink in there. I'm gonna go mess with it, but like there should be no pink in this zipper. Oh, the zipper is its own material. Never mind. So don't. No, we're just looking at like the just the cloth part of the overall should be correct. So we'll turn everything on. We would default these all to white. But so for this color now, instead of doing this in Substance Painter, oh boy, I'm doing the wrong material. That's the hoodie. We want to do the overall. So all this stuff I was doing over there, all we're really looking for now is like how much am I going to muddy up a flat white. And in Cine Tracer, I would then localize and I would say like, oh, like this is the hoodie, or this is like the overall main color, and I could give these names, but like in Unreal Engine, you can't give them like local instance names, so you just get this. But now I can make all the color changes here. I can make like a million different color versions of this. So I kind of get back to like what it was. It was like around here. The trims were like darker, but they were not dark, and they weren't dark enough for me. So it's just much better to be like in Unreal Engine, tuning it in the lighting that you want here. So now I have control of that one. And then the zipper, it's tinted blue. The actual metal part of the zipper, it's just not the right material, but like the zipper teeth, technically we can tint this. It's a little scuffed the way I did it, but you could change the color of the zipper, but default, you just make it white. And it's the default color that came from the, whatever, I decided to make it in the default-ish color in, what's it called? Substance Painter. So yeah, so that's a slightly different take on it. I'm gonna probably move all my Cine Tracer materials into this world as well. But I'm kind of QCing it out here. So I just need the masks now. The channel packed masks for the hoodie and the accessories, and then I can do the same thing here. And these are white, so how's that going to work? I should flip them. In the current way this math is working is we're multiplying black over it, so I actually can't do lighter textures. I can only do darker textures over light. And in the case that it's something that shouldn't be done as a mask, like as you get more like a 3-color plaid or something, it's like, okay, we just alter that completely separate, just how like the MetaHuman material does. There's a MetaHuman jeans material, because jeans are too complicated to do as masks. Not too complicated, but they just like it won't look right. You're not going to get like the thread differences in a mask. It has to be like a completely different material. So that's this one. So we have colors for that. So I'm going to go make the masks now for the other ones. And this is like the raw, most basic way you could do like a masked and mask ID type of material. But then you could keep using this mask to like separate out the adjustments you do to everything. And we're not even doing adjustments, we're just like right out of the gate. But for like basic cinematic, like Unreal Engine users, it's like, this is enough. And I wonder how many people will even get into this stuff. But if you're making a game or you're working on like, you know, anything bigger of a pipeline, is garbage. You wouldn't use any of this. You would take like some of these masks and you'd go configure it. You'd take what you want from this and go configure. You probably just take the normal map. That's what I would do. I just take this normal map, maybe the roughness, and just redo everything myself, depending on how your game works. If you would even take assets like this, I'm not even sure. But this is like 1/20th or something like that of what the MetaHuman cloth material is doing. But still better just to choose the colors out here. This means I can make like a million material instances, and it's really just using the masks correctly versus like pumping out all these, because it's inefficient otherwise, because like I have like a normal and an ORM per variation from Substance Painter when really these are the same, and all that's changing is this, and this could be parameterized in Unreal Engine for a lot of the materials. So I do owe making the white textures. I guess we're here already, so I'll make the white versions of this. I should save this as a different file. Maybe. Apparently Control-Shift-S doesn't mean anything in this program. Let's do this. We'll go to 3. And I'm just say white. I'll know what that means. So the coughs. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This I see what's going on. So we're going full white. And the color variations are there. They just blasted out. Or if there is color variations, they are there. You just can't see them in Substance Painter. You can probably change the lighting here. I just don't know how to do it. Do the same thing for the accessories. Now these are metal, so that's a slightly different idea. So we'll see how this translates down with this exact same approach. Metal's different, yeah. So like, let me do this one at a time. Let me think. So buckles is plastic. Is a eccentric. I forget what I don't ever switch PBR modes or whatever anymore. Like in like Redshift it's like eccentric. I forget the name of it. Anyway, the way it behaves. So we're gonna go to white. Should be fine for the plastic stuff. It's the metal stuff I need to be careful with. So with metal in Unreal Engine, if it's black, it's invisible, which some programs it's the flip. So in this case, we want it's gonna be white. White will make this full metal, like super reflective and shiny. What am I working on? This is just the zipper head, I think. Silver armor. Who is this? That's the zipper head. So we just went like full clean. That's still correct. And this gunmetal one. Let me see what happens here. I'm pretty sure we want this to be white, but I don't know how it's parammed out. I don't really care either. That's gonna be fine for now. So the metal ones are slightly different, but it turns out white will still work out. So we need these texture sets now. Save this. So now I can actually start. Now that I have this material, I can alter them as pretty generic. I don't have to get like so into the color choices. Like the color choices come later. And now that they're in the material, they can be chosen by the user. But patterns and normals and what material it is, I still choose all that. Textures. Overall, I'm pretty sure we can go into the same folder because we want this now. Is it still open? It is. So we basically just need these. The hoodie had no color variation on it. I should make it kind of dirty, but we'll come back. The pants at least have a little bit of AO into them. The metal has some AO. I guess the buckles don't. We just did it all in. So this basically the hoodie is white, and then the this one has some variation, but the hoodie I never did color variations on, so maybe I will at some point. But yeah, we're altering into like generics into doing mask materials, which is much better anyway. So that's this phase. Let's go to Photoshop. I need to make these combined masks. This is the part I never figured out. Plus the lerp. This is that lerp node plus this technique is really nice. It's I was doing like weird multiply math in the past to pull this off, and this is much nicer. So the hoodie one. Okay, let's see here. So these are the UVs. I'll go black in the background. Is this? Oh yeah, okay. I forgot you can even do it that. I don't even really know what that is. That's interesting. You can like bias the whole selection by R, by channel. It's kind of odd. So, we're gonna want. Let's do. I don't remember what these are. Crap. What are those? Damn it. What is this? I think this is the hood. I think this is probably the sleeve. This is the cuff. Oh no, maybe this. These go here. I think this. No, those are the cuffs. What is this? This is the end of the cuff. What are these little things? What could you possibly be? What even is this outfit? This is a hoodie? What are these strips? This is the hood. This must be the hood too. This is the. Okay, I see it. Okay, so this is going to be the body. Oh, these are so close. Why? Oh. So this is the body. Mask 1. Next will be the arms. So that'll be arms without the cuffs though, just the arms. Oh, we only have 3. I think we're good though. So this is the arms, no cuffs. And I'm gonna make the hood always the same color as the body because we only have 3 masks. So I'll do this. This is also part of body. So is this one. That's a little bit scuffed. I'll just come back for that little corner. I think we're in there, but just to be safer, I think. Pretty sure this is the hood. Though what the hell is this then? That's the hood. I don't know. What could these be? I'm gonna guess that this is the body. I'll just come back and redraw the mask. I don't know what's what. Oh, I lost the selection. So that's the body and the hood. And then the third one that looks really nice is to make the cuffs a different color. This is where I want that alpha, but we'll just start. I mean, just getting the math right for the 3-1. I mostly just don't know how to make an alpha map right now. I don't want to think about it. This one works super easy. I don't have to do any thinking at all. Oh, I missed that. It's bad. This is the mask for the cuffs. I gotta fix this arm one. This one. Okay. I don't remember what those are. So we'll find out. I don't think they're part of the arm. This is the cuff one. It must be part of the hood or something like that. So we do solid color, full red. Solid color, full green. And solid color, full blue. So we have our red mask, green mask, blue mask. I don't really know what those are. We'll find out. Get rid of this. Save this as a PSD. Yep. I'm gonna go 20-bit target out of here. 24-bit. I don't know if they like really care about the 32ness of this. Let's name this correctly. This is T melts on normal worker. What is this? This is the hoodie. Mask. Actually, they wouldn't accept the. They wouldn't like that. Well, we'll name it differently in Unreal Engine. Actually, this is fine. This is just like, it's the final Unreal Engine naming that matters. I might have a different version eventually. Targa, 24-bit. Okay, next is the accessories. Yeah, so I was never spending this much time on like assets before because, well, when they weren't getting accepted, they weren't good enough, but just wasn't as confident to spend that much time on it. Let's do blank. Okay, so this one is going to be a mask 1. Let's save this PSD. It's fine. So I guess we'll do buckles, zipper, buttons. It's going north to south pretty much. This is I'd laid this out to be atlas basically. It's perfect for atlasing. Here. And our third, because we only have RGB masks right now. What's this? Let's just call this mask 2, mask 3. Okay. Let's do full red. We didn't clip it. Then we'll do green. I could probably start to memorize what the RG is. It's 120. 120, 100, 100. Oh, that makes sense. It's like it's a clock. So, well, I'll just find out for I guess it's so what is blue? 240, 120 and 240. Yeah, that makes sense. Makes sense. Like we're making like some like abstract like art as well at the same time. And we will target out of here. This is the overall AKS mask. Okay, so certainly a lot more texture prepping and stuff to do it this way, but ultimately you just get a much nicer piece in, I guess I'm gonna end up overwriting, it's fine. I can just overwrite this entire situation. Is anything changed? This one's so wild. Yeah, I basically will overwrite these. Right? Yeah, just yes to all. So everything's a white base now, and I need the masks, which are not overwrites. We haven't brought them in yet. Texture, overall, masks. It's these targas. So which one haven't I? I haven't done the hoodie and the hood and this one. These are sRGB. Okay, so now for this one. This is the hoodie A. This is going to be, I think it's this one, hoodie. Hoodie normal. I put that in the AR or ORM. You can go force the names into it. I gotta force the order. You can do that in the material. This is the AORM at the top. And yeah, this is all screwed up. This is the base. It's the diffuse. And then the hoodie mask. This one. All right, so that looks about right. I'll go get the colors set up properly in a second. And this is the AKS. Opened up here. I'm gonna go give a texture order to this material, or a preference of like what shows up first in what order. Let's do, it's the AO for the stuff is this one. AORM. I'm used to just saying ORM, but it's the right way. Oh, this got rehooked up correctly. Cool. And then the mask for the accessories is this one. That looks good. I don't know about the multiply math against metallic materials. We'll see in a second. So, I mean, we could look at him, or we can look at the skeletal mesh. So starting with the hoodie itself, we can now choose the body color. Oh, and it has like, so I gotta go flip the color, but like right now you're seeing like, you see the roughness of those like little circles, but like the actual color was white, so that does nothing. We're multiplying white into it, so all we're seeing is the specular of it, which is kind of funny. But we went like blue before, right? But this is why it doesn't matter. I'll just do it here now. I can just choose whatever color I want for this thing. I might go upgrade the construction pack that I made and switch it to this material. I just didn't have this back then, but like then you could change the construction vest to be whatever color you want. It doesn't, and I'll just give you some like pre-set up ones that look normal. But yeah, having these separates is certainly cool. White's kind of interesting, actually. I don't really care at the moment. I just need to have these like look similar. Here we go. Yep. Unreal Engine 5's color selector doesn't crash, unlike Substance Painters. And so now the zippers are just funny colors. It's always going to be safe to just make them white to start. So just white them all out. And then come into them. So this is how like the default material should be set up, but the defaults on my material like directly reference some stuff and they're kind of scuffed, but it's the beginning. So we have these little roughness things in there. I should go take that out. I will. So this the only thing is like I can't give you custom names. Like you'll have to like guess what these are, but you can find them eventually. So like heading towards black, and yeah, it's nice to be able to change them here. You can make them like colors too, or like at the minimum, at the least, white might like look correct. But I feel like buckles are pretty much always black. We could do like a seal for like, you know, what the max roughness is, what the minimum roughness could be too, and we just alter a full black to white, and then you just like kind of clip it to make it less shiny. So the second one's gonna be the zipper, I think, and I think we do nothing to the zipper. It's just clean, but we could yeah, basically like if you want like metal, it's full metal plus white, and the diffuse, and then the roughness is already, the roughness map is the roughness map in there plus the normals. And then the buttons, if you want it to be normal, it's just white. Otherwise you're tinting metallic, which is like a whole different thing. I don't usually like messing around too much with the metallic stuff. I'll just leave it like that and just let the we have some like black like edge wear on there that got added. It's technically it's black that has metal under it that got worn off. Is what that is. So yeah, so now we have like parametric control over the colors. This one obviously is not set up that way. It won't have the masks yet. So we can get to the exact same colorway that I had in Substance Painter before, but you can infinitely change it now. The roughness map needs to have this taken out of it, which is in the hoodie up here. I'm actually surprised. I don't see the stars in here. Those are the cuffs. Does this really have that in there? I feel like it's the wrong roughness map. Came out of the wrong material or something like that. Because I don't think we actually have that. Where did I pump those materials into? White. Where's the hoodie roughness mask? Does this have stars in it? It doesn't. I don't think. Are they that subtle? I can't see them at all. I think we're just using the wrong mask, the wrong map. And Unreal. This, like, we shouldn't have this. It should be gone. Oh, they're definitely here. This is, yeah, they're very clearly here in the roughness. So what happened to you? You didn't get updated? What's the source asset? That's the version 1. These are all the wrong versions. What happened to bringing this in? Well, I'm going to reset this one. Version 2 white. This is the occlusion of this one, the AORM. though. I don't think anything changed for these other ones. I'll do like when I do it for the marketplace, it's a clean export or re-import. These are technically wrong, referencing the wrong ones, but nothing changed, so it's still fine. So there, the roughness goes away. So yeah, so instead of dictating those colors and stuff out there, we'll just leave it out here. Much nicer, much closer to how MetaHuman clothes should be. I'm not like surprised, and I'm glad that they didn't, but like I feel like marketplace could be like you should give materials like this is but maybe that's like it's going like too far. But like I think for like your generic MetaHuman clothes, it should be mask based colors like this, just like how the boots work. So let's see. I mean, there's one thing to like show this. I guess it was all the goal, really. Could go run around. I just don't like these colors. I'm gonna get rid of these two because I don't have the. I'll go generate the correct materials for him, but right now they just look ugly. Not helping. So let's see. I don't know. I was like somehow liked this one. I don't know. I need to. It's gonna be actually with Cine Tracer. I don't mind if there's like old generations of clothes and whatnot. Maybe it's just moving forward. These are this way, but I need to go. I'm gonna go remake this material in Cine Tracer at some point, just like slightly differently. So we want to do the priority order here. I think you can like group them and stuff like that. Like, cause like, if you look at like the Megascans materials, they're like really nicely laid out and have names and stuff. But global texture parameter values, that seems about right. But so I want basically diffuse to be first. So there's like a weighting or something like that. Priority, yeah, 32. Are they all just 32? So what if I make this? Is it 1? It's gonna bring that to the top. So I would want it to be 1, 2, 3, 4 if it works that way. And then these ones got brought in alphabetically. Okay, good. So diffuse, normal, AORM, mask, colors, ABC. We could force the ABC, but we're getting it from that. We have groups. I think this is properly named them. Global vector parameter values might be kind of confusing, but it's like I named them custom color, so hard to be clearer than that. But there's groups. I don't know what happens if you stick these in a group. Do I type it in? I don't really know. I think it's fine though. So this master material is set up pretty nicely, and then the instance looks like this. So in a sense, from like the user's point of view, like an Unreal Engine user using this, they don't really give a fuck about this. Like this shouldn't change. For them, this is just me setting that up. Unless they're more advanced and they're gonna try to like sneak in there. Really, they only care about this, and like all this other stuff could be basically hidden, kind of. But like maybe these go. Actually, these are kind of like a forced order. But anyway, it's all the user should ever touch is that. Unless they like want to, I don't know, change the master material, which they definitely could if they wanted to. And in Cine Tracer, I have like a whole wrapper UI around the whole thing. Or I'll have to write a new one actually for this, I think. Okay, let's see what colors to put on this thing. So this is like the problem of like too much choice. So I'm gonna have to like make a couple that are like nice looking. Just out of the gate. It's like too much thinking to try to get this like nice sometimes. Red's a real clippy color on like computers. It's not a great one. Or anything digital. It just like clips out like immediately. Where's the hue slider? This thing? Yeah. The yellow wasn't bad. It's so slow to hue slide though. Oof. I guess we just hang it on the outside out here for now. And then let's see, take this instance over here. Yeah, so this outfit is, it's still like a basic outfit, but from like its execution point of view, it having two materials on this piece and this modular material, this is actually, it's a pretty massive upgrade. Or at least it's a completely different workflow. Trims being black is good, so it's really this custom color here. I've put myself in a weird place with this color. I almost want to match the overall sort of... Ugh, this is ugly. Easiest is always just go dark. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. 0.03 is weird. 0.05 maybe. 0.02. Freaking linear. 0.03. It's kind of nice. I think there's zippers on this too. I wish you could label these individually for instance. Maybe you can. There was something about UE5 with masks and stuff. You can like, I think you can annotate actually what the mask does in here. I remember seeing that. I'll have to learn how to do that. There's a bunch of new UE5 like niceties things here. But it's kind of like, oh, what does what? I don't know. Maybe I'll put that in the marketplace. That's a lot of documentation somewhere, but I could say like which is which. It's just faster to come here and just like drag and shit around. What if I made the trim colors like bright? Is that gonna look terrible? Yeah, it kind of does. Nah, we'll keep them dark. Like the darkest, yeah, like full 0, do 0.01, 0.02. Yeah, it's so much nicer to tweak the colors out here in Unreal Engine World. How come his normals are so different? I guess we're just further away. So then I should be able to tint the zipper bed itself like this to be darker. Yeah, there it goes. So I can kind of back the zipper away too from being like full ass bright, which is nice. And we could even give it like a slight color tint, which looks disgusting. But I can black. It's just like plastic. I didn't go for like metallic on that, but we can kind of pull it away from being fully electric. And then same with the zipper head itself too, which is this one. So I don't know if my marketplace people are going to customize this much, but it'll at least at the minimum would give me more control to make variations. I don't have to bake them out. And this is more performant to have your variations in an instance than in full texture sets like the construction worker set. Okay, I think that's kind of an interesting colorway. The black boots. I kind of want the gun to be like orange, like the same red. To get that instance. So I'm gonna make the hat tomorrow, and then I'll do like a mocap demo with it because I like how this one came out. I like this one a lot. Can I reference the actual color? I guess I'm gonna just end up eyeballing. So they have a lot more stuff. Again, they implemented it through spec. That's kind of interesting, but I think like min max is good for roughness. Oh, they have it here. Yeah. So these are really good params. This is close to like, you know, like, and there's a text one. That's interesting. I could start to add more and more things into it. I don't want it to be overwhelming though. I'd like it to be like kind of simple looking overall. For now anyway. How's that as a match? Yeah, the gun matches. I like it. It looks like the duck hunt gun. I like. Yeah, and so as I eventually, I don't know if I'm ever gonna get into like props like this, but maybe like eventually, like I could see getting into like the full everything, and then it's a slippery slope to like, okay, well here are the animations that would go with this too, because it's like, you know, retargeting from Lyra and marketplace animations will only get you so far, like especially if your outfit's like really weird or has wings or something like that. It's just anything. It's like you kind of need some like basic animations with it. But yeah, this is sick now. Like I don't know what this orange is. Like orange red color. I like it. Running. The straps are staying in now. Here's the old outfit here. Mask material. GG's. I think maybe I'll steal their math. Let me go look at the math for max roughness, min roughness. I gotta go make masks for that one. For these I can do like pretty much like reauthor completely. These ones I basically did it, but certainly that other one needs to get redone now. Where's this master material for this one? Oh, it's over here. Come here, MWeapon. Yeah, MWeapon's a good one to like kind of learn how to build these based on. So let's look at the math for. So they're coming out of roughness. Wait, what the fuck? Oh, wait, spec is just its own little thing. So this is, I'm assuming, the second channel. That would be ambient occlusion. Where's roughness going? Roughness is up here. Oh, roughness is here. So the way that they do this is a lerp between min max, with this being the alpha. That's how that works. Like it's pretty nice. I might steal this. And then they do like a lerp combined with the text, and we're not gonna do that. So I'll take this math. It's pretty easy. And what are they doing for normal? Oh god, it's all crisscrossy. Where'd normal go? It's here. Wait, normal's just going straight in. We don't have any normal adjustments. Normal's just everything. Okay. AO. Oh, AO is way different. It has like a AO strength. We're not minimum maxing. It's something going on with a clamp. I understand the clamp is, oh, it's 0 to 1. I see. Okay, fair enough. So we could steal that back into ours. I like being able to change, like, because like I kind of like, it's hard to judge roughness in Substance Painter, I think. So I'm gonna put this in here, and so I can kind of like just author like a full 0 to 1. And just tweak its min maxes here. Versus like, I find like leveling and stuff like that in Substance Painter still kind of difficult. So we'll take the OR here is roughness, which if we leave it 0 to 1, nothing should change. But if like the metal's too shiny, now unfortunately this is gonna do, it'll do it to the entire texture, but it's still gonna offer me some tweaking. This is kind of one like I would hide kind of from like the user generally, like I definitely don't want to be first. I don't know if I can change the order of this, because it's kind of like confusing. Like really it's just like you just want to come and look at these things, but I'll make a tutorial with when I release these two for the marketplace people. But like really don't fuck with this unless you kind of know what's going on. But in this case specifically, it's too shiny. So its max, I would like it to be like 0.8 or something, maybe like like a 0.5. Is that even the right way? What does 0.2 look like? What does 0 look like? That's the wrong way. Max, roughness max. These are inverted, or someone's inverted, because like we want this to be 1, and I want this to go 0.2. That's not the way that I think about roughness. This is inverted from how I think about it, but whatever. This is the effect. We basically high pass it or whatever. We don't want like it ever to hit full shiny, basically, is the problem. So now I can just give it like, I can just treat like roughness as like a dirt mask, like a black and white dirt mask, and then we do the fine tuning out here. And we could probably go a little bit harder on this. And what I could also add in, I mean, this goes forever, but like, because I'm basically multiplying like a dirt mask here, we could have a intensity dirt mask per channel, or globally, like how much of that dirt I want to let in. And then we could even have the dirt mask be like full black and white. So I think I'm going to author it like as like a nice gradient, like a nice value. But we could have strength for all these as well. But you could param every single aspect of the material out, but I think this is like a good basic one to start. That roughness one helps a lot, especially on like very shiny things. It's going to help out a lot. This is an odd colorway. I don't think I would have ever exported one of these, but when it's like much freer to update the colors out here, can kind of go for it. kind of like the red cuffs. So I can just make like tons of color variations. I probably should go update the construction worker one. Once I get this one live, I'll maybe go update the construction worker to use this new material. Be able to change the vest color, change the shirt, all the shirt colors and stuff. Like much easier. The arms are quite plain. I guess that's what this is though. I mean, like you have to, they have texture. You just have to get right up on them though. I do like the little sculpts I put into the shoulders. Those do show up in the right lighting. Same on the front. Those are good. All the folds on the arms are from Marvelous, but they've been smoothed out quite a bit. So they're there in the primary shape. So maybe they didn't need any more secondary, but the upper arm looks a tiny bit plain. The front of the outfit's very plain too, but I just thought that looked clean. Not too mad at like the completely empty back. Definitely could use like some buttons or something to kind of change up the design a little bit. But this had so many variables in it. I didn't want to get like spend a whole nother day making materials for it and it like just not work at all. This came up pretty good. So I think I said, yeah, I would put like a red hat on him now too, or a black hat. We'll see. I'll make the hoodie. I'll make the I'm gonna make the beanie tomorrow for him. This shouldn't be too bad. We'll see. And then I'll do like a little mocap test. Maybe I'll record the mocap tonight. And I need to program it into this. I want to do a radial menu on right click hold if possible. I saw the math for writing it myself and I was like, I don't really want to do that. So I'm gonna see if I can get one off the marketplace. Oh, did the knees bend shitty? Oh, they're not too bad. It's kind of a black material. Might need to smooth the back of the knee a little bit. I thought I saw something there. It's not the best one to test on because it's black. So like the cool, we're not doing custom bones yet, but the next thing would be to like stick a bone in the hoodie so that it like bounces when he jumps. This hoodie came out tiny. It would be like a really tight, like kind of like track, like running hoodie, not like a huge, what's it called? Like jacket hoodie. It's like it's tiny little running hoodie. I think the back actually came up pretty good. We definitely have like the belt area is like eating up a bunch of like the weird morphing, but I tried to put it high enough that it wouldn't be too bad. It's more like near the butt on these later animations that like everything kind of stretches out like crazy. Okay, word. So tomorrow I'm gonna go make the hat for this thing. That'll probably take a whole day, I guess. I could then make the t-shirt variation. I mean, there's nothing about that that's too crazy. That's just an easy way to get like a more out of this outfit. Have different undershirts. I mean, I could make the collared shirt version of this as well. Like I don't really know what I'm gonna do yet for these kits. Just kind of making stuff. But now that we have the multi-material, I could do the same way that the MetaHuman does it. They have basically the sleeves are different color, body's different color, and then they have the center collar is a different color too. We got 3 masks, keeps it simple. And then yeah, doing this, I can either do this for female tall normal or I could do it for male tall overweight. I'm kind of feeling like male tall overweight. The only issue with that is like that's only marketplace. As I don't have that skeleton in my game yet. So it's kind of like it's not double duty value for me if I do that. I kind of want to rig him. I kind of want to see what like his how his pose, how the secondaries move and whatnot. I think the overalls are a little plain, but I mean it's not like I'm keeping them generic so that they can be used in like non-combat situations. I'm thinking like if this is a game, it's like he would have like guns and stuff holstered on him, but like this, I think most people are not going to use this for like shooting games. It's more like Or at least that's how it's starting. But for like a game skin, it's like, yeah, he needs like kind of like some more tactically stuff on him, I think. Or distress or something, like more dirt mask. Like it's very, the black overalls are very, very plain. I like the zipper. And in the back, there's like some sort of like strap or something on the back would have been nice in pockets. Maybe the next one. This is just like the clean version. I should make it. Well, let's see. Maybe I'll do. What might be nice is like hold right click brings it up, so it's like kind of like an ADS, and then maybe like a hotkey, like I forget what Fortnite's is, but whatever. Like holding F or something pulls up the radio menu for like different emotes, or just like Vicon montages. I need to update the animation blueprint to do that. Stick a slot at the end. It would be nice. I think it would be possible to do. We're doing a multiply, so this is basically like assuming that this is a white, pretty much a white mask with some dark stuff. If we did instead a screen or an overlay, it could be the opposite, where like we're expecting a black mask with white over it. And if we do white, then we could so that would be the better way to do this, would actually be to do, if we do black with white details, then the white details could then be multiplied and we could change the color of the overlying pattern. I think that's too much for me for now though, so I think for now I'm going to leave it like kind of basic like this, but there's a lot of math we could do to this overlay and get basically kind of fake two materials without getting too complicated. But that might be nice, like in the case I want like white stuff over it, and then if it's white we could tint it. Maybe the next set. I think this is enough of an upgrade to go to this one, but I don't think the math for that one's too hard. Okay, wait, so I'm gonna make a hat tomorrow and start upgrading the animation blueprint a little bit to have it be just more varied, so I can just keep testing against a bunch of stuff. I'll be back, peace.